We are streaming. We are live. Calm down.
We're live?
Yes, we're live.
You said give me 1 minute and then... Oh, God.
I actually... This is one of the rare instances when I actually meant less time than I said.
What's the broadcast called?
Just look at it yourself.
Oh,
I can't see it.
No.
Let's
Oh,
see.
No.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Leo Arcturus, just chatting. Is someone cooking bacon?
Do we have to come up with new stream titles now?
We
Like,
do.
Are we out of them for
This is the last one that I had pre-prepared. We're gonna...
Ruh-roh.
Okay, guys. How about this? If we
Mr.
finish
Further
the
along, so we have
entirety
better
of the
ideas.
route tonight, we won't have to
Not
come
happening.
up with...
Not
Let's go,
possible.
let's go.
Alright, let's actually start. Invitation.
So,
I have a midterm at 9 a.m. tomorrow. That means we have about 14 hours to get this shit done.
It's gonna be cutting it close.
We're gonna be cutting it close, guys. Do we have anyone in chat yet? No, okay, I didn't think so.
it's probably just us.
Actually, before we get started, I got like a really nice comment from someone on the last stream that we did. And this guy named Alistair 2001.
Oh.
And it was like just basically saying it was nice to see that people still read and played the game after 10 years. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, people like this game.
People really do. I mean, for good reason, too.
I see why.
All right, for real now.
I guess
Take it away,
understand.
Marok.
I can't see anything.
Shit,
You're
can't?
not sharing it to
you're
us.
literally not.
Oh!
You're like, what are you guys talking about?
Also, your live stream says stream starting. That's
Get away.
jumped the gun a little too fast.
I was so concerned. I was like, we gotta go fast. We gotta move. All right, it's not that much effort to do either of these things.
Okay, and then turn off stream starting. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready to begin reading Katawa Shoujo.
For real this time.
For real. The tint of the room slowly changes from the shine of the afternoon to the orange of dusk. A clock lazily ticks away the seconds, counting in the background on the verge of hearing.
What? I'm so sorry. I'm lost. I don't remember.
But no matter how long I wait, the outcome cannot be changed.
Wait, for real, what are we doing?
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, we're playing chess.
Wait, okay, what were we doing before here? Was there a scene and then we just skipped straight to afternoon?
This is literally the beginning of Act 3. What happened before this is we had the conversation with Hanako about our traumatic pasts and all that stuff.
Oh, I did forgot about that. I was gonna say the last I checked, we were inside there.
We were what?
Last I checked, we were back at
went
School
in
Festival.
Hanako.
Let's rewind it.
You like the title, CD? I told you it was a two-parter from last time.
Making bacon.
Alright. Oh, and I want to say, it's not even been 5 minutes yet, and we've already said the first line. I think that's an Empire's record.
Oh my god.
But let's
Dear
keep
God.
saying lines before we get distracted.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna happen regardless. The diminutive flying piece makes a small click against the board. Like a wound spring, Hanako makes her move only moments after mine. It's embarrassing. In comparison to my 5-minute moves, she seems to know exactly what she wants to do.
Hey, partner.
Again, what does that make this? 3-2?
Stalemates don't count.
Damn, you're getting better at this every day.
Ah, shucks.
That or she's been holding back. I'd never have thought it when I first met her, but she really has a knack for this game. Chess seems to become a popular pastime for the two of us, hiding away in the tea room, playing a game or two after classes. From here, the students outside can just barely be heard milling away. The everyday noises from below reminded me a little of my life before Yamaku, though I'm by now well aware that it's a life I'll never get back to.
5 minutes is a little short, CD.
This is a tangent. I'm gonna go on real quick. This way, it provides context in case it happens. Leo mentioned that he found the artist that did all the paintings Rin drew, and so I deep dived that guy's entire Twitter, and I mean entire Twitter. He doesn't post much, but I found a devlog near the bottom of it that talked about how there is a specific image of the chessboard that he drew that took him nearly 2 years.
Oh, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. Yeah, I know for a fact it's about to come up.
I'm letting you know I'm gonna be excited when I see it.
Wait, is it like it took him 2 years to perfect, or like literally?
Literally, it just took him that long to draw it because it ended up being such a complicated fucking piece for him.
I'm
and he
almost
fucked it up.
Excited, and I'm almost not excited to see the torture.
It's overhyped as shit. It's just how long it took. He gave up on it, and a different person had to come in and do the finishing touches.
Oh my god! Oh, that poor man.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyways, continue. I just remembered it existed.
Interesting. Fancy another game?
I gotta finish now.
Oh. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Wait, we got a new bingo?
We have a bingo?
You got a new bingo board?
I didn't know we had a new bingo. CD, do we have a new bingo?
Are we all stupid and he like put it in there when none of us noticed?
Is it in... CD usually only send it to me, that way not everyone can see it. Okay, he just sent it. Cool. Katawa Shoujo bingo.
Oh god. Oh dear. Oh no. This can't be good at all.
Funniest part about it is we've already gotten some of these squares.
What? It's been 10 minutes.
I mean,
alright, hold on, I'll explain. I gotta save, so if we go KS underscore bingo underscore 2, and then I open up my image editing software. I use an image editing software. It's called Krita. It's just the one I use.
Oh, do you use it to put X's?
I use it to put X's on it.
Oh, okay.
I should start saving the bingo boards and filing them away somewhere.
And then show us
at the end. Should I do that?
It may be a good idea. That way you could do it if you ever make highlights of this.
Okay.
Maybe what you should do is have it blacked out and then unmark whatever we've accomplished, and then post it.
That might be a good idea. Okay.
Actually, yes.
So here's what we've gotten so far. Technical difficulties is one that we already had. CD, you missed it, but I tried to start the stream without changing the scene or without broadcasting the game to the rest of the Empire's crew.
We were all very confused. He was like, start, and all we could see was neck.
And we have already gotten someone messes up their line, followed by the word shit, so... Courtesy of Marak.
Oops.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize. It's gonna happen at least 5 more times. Thank you so much, CD.
Because it's funny.
Thank you so much for that, CD. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this.
It's 5 by 5. We're still gonna black it out or whatever. Triple, quadruple, whatever.
Wah wah.
Kane?
Oh shit. But what about this?
Hanako points to the tea set surrounding the mostly empty chessboard. Don't worry about that. I've got it.
Oh, alrighty then. See you around, partner.
Later. Hanako departs as I start cleaning out the area. The occasional whistles and cheers from the sporting club outside shut up.
No, I mean, you heard me do it, so I'm just having fun with it.
Dude, I watched the Mario movie trailer.
It's completely 100% has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about. Anyways, what about the Mario movie?
What about the Mario? No, continue.
Chris Pratt sounds like... I mean... oh my god.
It is one of the most phoned-in performances I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, I am appalled. This is blasphemy. get him out of the script.
Yo, guys, I got a question for you.
Like, boycott him out.
I would love.
Guys, I got a question for you.
Charles Minute.
Take a look at that background. How many Chris Pratts do you see?
Oh, I can count like 6.
Those are rookie numbers, Kane. Those are rookie numbers.
If you look close enough, the atoms are Chris Pratt.
Every atom is just made of Chris Pratt protons, Chris Pratt neutrons, and Chris Pratt electrons.
Just the electrons are Chris Pratt.
No, every part of the atom is Chris Pratt. And if you look inside the protons and neutrons, you get Chris Pratt quarks!
Jesus.
Most people don't even know what quarks are.
Really?
I mean, well, you know, that's actually unfair to say.
They're just baby particles.
I know, but in school you're taught, usually it's just like those 3, because you don't need to know anything else.
That's fair.
At this time in our science world.
The occasional whistles and cheers from the sporting clubs outside become less frequent, eventually approaching silence. A part of me still wants to be in some kind of team. Once I played soccer and the other sports before my accident.
Why did you say it like that? Soccer?
It looks weird to me for whatever
Non-American football.
I don't know, something about the ER is like in a different font in my vision.
No, you're kind of right. It's like slightly taller than
ER, it does.
Oh,
the ER looks slightly taller than the rest of the font.
I think it's just that the C's are small.
Actually, no, he's totally right. The C's are short.
I guess it's only normal to feel nostalgic about what I can't do anymore. But I have other reasons than that for my coming here so often. And I don't feel so bad about losing that part of myself because of them. Lily is a good friend by now. But it's the small exchanges I have with Hanako that feel especially dear. The small victories I feel every day as I see more of what she's like under her self-imposed shell. That's why I come here most of all. As I'm putting away cups and saucers, I hear talking outside the door.
See you in a bit,
Pausing
CD.
for a moment. What?
Sorry.
BRB.
I have to talk to both chat and you guys, so...
Well.
You can keep going.
I can make out that it's Lily and Hanako, and decide to go outside to investigate.
Are you quite sure?
I'm sure. Peace out.
Hanako turns to see me with a look of mild surprise as he notices my approach. Lily must have caught her just as she was about to leave.
Oh my, Isao is here as well.
Yoroshiku, Lily. Never mind.
I still don't think it's Yoroshiku.
Is it? Wait, it's
Yoroshiki.
Yeah, no, you just use it's afternoon, so I'm pretty sure you'd still just use konnichiwa.
I feel like I've heard that konnichiwa is just good afternoon.
I don't know what y'all are saying, but you're supposed to say good day.
Howdy.
This is the Kyoto school now. Wait.
Anyway.
Did you read that, or did I just skip it?
No, I didn't, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, go ahead.
We were all... we got a little...
Afternoon, Lily. What's up?
I was hoping, now that I've finished with my class representative duties for the day, that I might have the two of you accompany me to get to Shanghai. It'd be nice to enjoy ourselves outside of the school for a change.
I'd be up for it. I think Hanako had work to do, though.
It's not all that much.
Wonderful. It seems that we're decided then.
Well, I cast my eyes across the cafe. Sorry, someone's sending me Discord notifications. I cast my eyes across the cafe as the three of us step in. As usual, there is only a handful of people around at most, and the noise level is a quiet background hum. Oh. The hold Lily has on Hanako's arms remains just as it's been for the entire slow walk down the hill to the town. Though it's hard to say for which reason. For Lily's guidance or for Hanako's reassurance. For a moment, Lily removes her arm from Hanako's to retract her cane as Yuko quickly skitters over to where we stand, but soon replaces it right back where it had been.
Here's the question. Caprese, who's having the voice for this session?
This is like a divorce.
This is like divorced parents picking who gets which kid.
Except I forfeit.
Except one has no interest.
Except neither want the kid.
Kane, make him pay alimony!
We're gonna take you for everything you got, you piece of shit.
Your voice is funnier!
Oh, Jam, I think you were...
It's like she's running away each time.
Doppler effects in movement.
She gives a deep bow, her well-delivered and professional introductions putting her in a good mood. It's a change from the norm for Yuko.
Just tea, please. Hanako, Isao.
I'll have a slice of pie and a coffee.
That's right.
Just tea, please. Fuck.
Wow.
It gets faster every stream.
I have to charge up the
like
speed.
You have to like get the all the words memorized.
It's like, you know when like you push your foot on the ground before you get ready to actually run? I have to do that with my
to
Hold, wait, I have a question to ask you guys. Sometimes when I just start running, like my foot will...
Oh, like do a weird thing?
Like pop or something, and it really hurts, and I can't walk anymore.
Okay.
Might not be running right.
I was gonna...
You might need to stretch a bit more.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I have moments when I start running, and like my ankle will do a weird thing, or my foot will like take a pang, but after I just keep running and it's fine. And it only happens like when I've just started. So it may be like a more extreme version of that, or that may be an issue.
Yeah, kids, listen to Emmy. Warm up before you start running.
Emmy doesn't have to warm up their legs. They don't have any.
Warm up your thighs.
Thanks, pardon. Yuko gives a smile and a nod before shuffling to the counter, and we make our way to some empty seats by the window in quick measure.
Wait, does Emmy have knees?
Yes. We slip into our seats.
Wait, does she?
Yes.
She does.
I think she does. Like she has like her thighs,
they cut off
and her
slightly
knees,
below
and then like
Okay,
it's kind of
yeah.
cut off.
She's missing her leg
I
from
think
the-
you are
from the knee
correct,
down.
but all of a sudden I was thinking back on all the CGs, and I feel like I remember some of them where she doesn't and some of them where she does, but...
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
No, I think you guys are probably right. I think my brain is just dying.
Well, it may also be that the CGs are inconsistent, so... But I think she's supposed to have knees, because that would make it a lot easier to run.
Be right back.
Not having knees.
Fair enough.
We slip into our seats, the girls on one side with Lily's cane propped up beside them and I on the other. I realize that Hanako's not doing something that she so often does. Rather than keeping her eyes pinned to the ground and hiding behind her blind escort, busily trying to convince herself that the world around them doesn't exist, she's merely keeping her eyes low, helping Lily around. Are you okay, Lily? You look tired. She lowers her head a little, looking somewhat embarrassed that she lets it show.
Class representative work can be quite tiring, considering that it often means dealing with the student council. Very tiring indeed.
How'd the other representatives go?
Better than I, but not by much. Shizune is a harsh taskmaker, and no matter who...
Taskmaster.
Harsh taskmaster.
Shizune is a harsh taskmaster, no matter whom she deals with.
It doesn't sound like you particularly relish the job. Why do you do it in the first place if it's that bad?
Being a class representative is enjoyable, and I can deal with the responsibility well enough. It's just that the people involved are sometimes...
Shizune like.
Why is my mic picking up audio constantly? There's literally no
It's
noise.
not. Your thing's flashing, but we don't hear it.
Okay,
My mic does it all the time, too. I think, unless you guys aren't calling me out on my fan in the background.
No. Sometimes it does, but other times not really.
Alright.
I'm just gonna move it a little away from my computer so it's not picking up like the fan, possibly. She trails off, cutting her words at a rather opportune spot. It's hard to imagine Lily cursing, but I imagine that if anyone could make her do so, it would be Shizune. Hanako looks to be withering a bit in the light of such a conflict. Before I can steer the topic away a little, she stands up.
Need a PNG
Hanako?
of Shizune flipping someone off.
I'm sure it exists.
It has to. I'll be back in a bit.
I'm actually gonna look this up now.
Shizune middle finger.
Well,
Oh my god. Okay. We're doing this.
Okay, this is
The
the wrong Shizune. This is Naruto.
No, there's a Shizune in Naruto?
Very minor character, which makes it
Shizune
funnier. That
Hakamichi.
I see.
what the fuck?
Still have no.
Akimichi flipping
Hakamichi.
off.
What the
Awesome.
actual fuck am I looking at?
What did you
Probably
Google?
nothing good.
There are some weird images here. In fact, I'm
Okay,
just gonna
now
stop.
it's giving me Takamichi from
Yeah.
Tokyo Revengers. This is worse.
Okay, I'm
Takamichi.
gonna stop.
Hakamichi.
Okay, I spelled it wrong.
Or, wait. Or just
With
look
that-
up Katawa Shoujo Shizune.
With
Go ahead,
that,
bro.
She leaves for the restrooms. I suppose that's one way to deal with the situation, if that was indeed her motivation. Lily, however, looks a little wounded. Don't worry about it. I don't think it was you.
But
I think she's been getting stronger recently. You've seen it yourself, right? That went a little awry. Fortunately, Lily doesn't look offended. And by now, I really shouldn't be quite so scared of stepping on that landmine around her.
possibly. Sometimes I find it hard to tell, though.
Silence reigns for a moment before 2 teacups, a pie, and a mug of steaming coffee appear in front of us.
Cool.
I managed to find a PNG of Shizune's ripped off face on Misha before I found Shizune flipping off the camera. I don't know what the fuck Google Images has, but it is not good. What?
Wait,
You
but did
found
you find
what?
I'm just gonna. It's not violent, but I'm going to post it as spoiled in general. It's. I don't. I found this before I found anything else.
What the fuck?
Oh god, what do you mean it's not violent?
It's not like graphically violent. It's just a PNG.
No, I'm
plus-
pretty sure that's
Yeah.
still pretty violent.
All right. Well, I'm sorry.
Okay,
if
when
I-
you I thought it was like a Photoshop face swap. So I went in with different expectations.
I'm sorry.
Oh god.
So did you actually find a picture of her flipping someone off?
No, I found that first.
You're still
I
searching?
still haven't found it. And I just found spoil.
You just found what?
I just found a meme involving Shizune's HC.
Let's not. Let's
I can't
not.
close
yeah,
that. Let me just say
Yeah,
that.
okay,
that's-
Kane, stop looking these up. You're gonna
I'm
spoil
gonna-
yourself.
That's why I
I
stopped,
am.
because I knew I was gonna get
Shut
spoilers.
up.
Onward.
I noticed that Yuko takes special care to place the teacup against the tip of Lily's finger, letting her know where it is.
Why is Caprese deafened?
Because
Oh,
he
he
said
left.
he'd be right back.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Here you go.
He gone. He looked for Chucky now.
Sometimes I don't know you're speaking to me. Thanks, Yuko.
Thank you. Fuck.
Domo.
That did not come out the way I intended it to.
With a
Wait, what did you say? I don't know. That didn't register.
fuck. With a quick and silent bow, the bespectacled waitress takes her leave.
Oh, that's right. I was meaning to ask you something. Now would be the right time to do so.
Sorry. I'm just imagining Lily just said fuck in a really deep voice and then is just like trying to brush it off.
She would though. Like that would not catch me by surprise.
That is 100% in character.
How?
Oh god.
God, go.
I'm all ears. I'm like, she's an egg.
So is.
I knew that joke was coming. I saw the line and I was just waiting for it.
We both went to make the opposite joke.
Hanako's birthday is coming up, and I was hoping that you might accompany me for some present shopping in the city this weekend.
Hanako's birthday is soon? I suppose it would be a nice chance to cheer her up a bit. Like Yuko, she always seems to be teetering on the edge of either panic or depression, and I've never seen her enjoy herself much outside of our chess games. All that aside, learning the layout of the city better with a friend keeping me company sounds like a good way to spend a weekend. Sure, I'd be happy to. Have you got any plans for what to do for her birthday? A party or anything?
Party.
Hanako being Hanako, perhaps a low-key affair would be...
Lily suddenly cuts herself short, leaving me to wonder why, as she brings her teacup to her lips and begins to sip. After a few seconds, I notice Hanako walking up to us over her shoulder. Lily's hearing must be very good indeed, if it was the sound of the restroom door opening that tipped her off.
CD, I am sad that that didn't make it onto the final version of the bingo.
In-canon swearing. Oh my god, imagine. That's like a bonus swear or something.
Hanako takes her seat once again, and wastes no time in drinking her tea. Soon the three of us are quietly eating and drinking as the sun sets. It's a nice way to spend the remainder of the day's light, and it makes me appreciate the quiet and serene surroundings of Yamako. I think I'm really beginning to like life here, as isolated as it may be. I finish off the last of my coffee and rest the mug on the table while the girls talk between themselves. The coffee here is a little bitter for my taste, but still quite good. Better than what I can make for myself at any case. If only there was an adult who taught me how to make coffee throughout the progress of the game.
Sojiro, where you at?
We need best anime dad Sojiro.
Go!
Sojiro Sakura.
Sojiro. Sorry.
Why did you have to say it like that?
Because it came into my mind specifically as completely off base.
Please don't mess up Japanese names around me. I just get upset.
Is that Ann Takamaki?
No, I can tell they're wrong too, but it's kind of
Ryuji Sakamoto?
Wait, it's not
Takamaki.
Never.
Takamaki.
I hope you know I will avoid saying her name around you because there's no way in hell I'm ever pronouncing it right ever.
Japanese pronunciation is
How could you guys do
you
this?
just
simple
stress
but
the syllables.
foreign. Yeah, you pretty much just pronounce everything the same.
Sakamoto. Sakamoto.
Sakamoto. Ryuji
Shojiro.
Sakamoto?
The girls' discussion is mainly focused on their respective reading preferences, which does give me a little curiosity about a related topic.
Oh wait, that was a tangent about linguistics. There's a Katawa Shoujo bingo square.
Oh
Wow.
my god, of course.
This guy knows us really well.
You dear god.
I'm a little scared now.
There's like some like personal questions on the bingo square. Whiskers complains about time management. Oh, where did he figure that out?
I mean, yeah, it's just interesting is all. Good shit, CD.
No, it's fantastic.
No props.
Wait, did we read this line?
Yes.
Sweet.
Hey, Hanako. I was wondering, aside from chess and reading, do you have any hobbies or things you like doing? She's completely stopped in her tracks, looking quite surprised that anyone would be interested in asking such a question about her. It takes her a little time to formulate a response.
I guess I like singing a little. I'm okay with computers as well, and fishing, ranching, general cow hopping. I'm pretty good with a lasso, but I don't want to poop down the horn a little bit.
Gunslinging?
I don't use them all that much.
Had about 40 cattle on the ranch back home.
Hanako is just from America. Like
Yeah.
entirely, just straight up Texas. Singing is not exactly something I expected to hear. It's hard to imagine her singing voice, given how soft-spoken she is. Lily, on the other hand, simply nods. She must know all of this already, and she's been friends with Hanako for 1 year or so by now.
What about
Me? She hesitates before quickly flicking her head up and down. It's only logical that she'd want to talk to me about my hobbies after she told me hers.
And that's when Hiso realized he didn't have any hobbies.
I'm
Wait,
not going to be
actually?
surprised at all if he...
Hold on,
that's
keep
literally what he
reading, go,
says.
yeah.
There's chess, obviously, but also... There was soccer as well, though I can't really do any more of that. Reading, which I picked up in the hospital. This is surprisingly hard. Lily and Hanako
you're
look a little put
surprisingly
off by
boring.
the direction. The direction this is taking.
Surprisingly.
And the more I think about it, the more I am too.
It sounds as if you've picked up quite a few things since your accident.
Lily's candor is coated with probably the most positive spin one can put on what I just said. Hanako, however, is silent. If a situation becomes difficult, her reaction always seems to be withdrawing into silence in order to prevent things from becoming worse. That, or physically retreating.
what?
A soft ring gives us pause. As Lily reaches into her pocket, it becomes obvious that the sound's coming from her phone.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Lily gives a quick nod before shuffling out of her seat and taking the call a little distance away, to avoid disturbing the both of us.
Someone else's phone? I don't know. The store's phone?
Yeah.
I mean, does Hiso not have a phone?
We've never seen
I
these
don't know, this
subjects.
is
Oh,
2011, 2013 when this came out.
I mean, yeah, like
They
iPhones
weren't
weren't
as
as common back then. But still,
I feel like, Hisao never called Rin during their art.
I feel like flip phones were still a thing.
Maybe there's no cell towers here, or maybe Hiso's just out of the loop.
Probably the last one.
No, I was gonna say.
Must be nice to be popular. Hanako smiles, but doesn't take up the hook for further discussion.
Oh,
I end up just sitting back and closing my eyes, relaxing as best as I can. Sorry, 1 second.
go ahead. That was I
Someone did
legitimately
say
thought he
out
was
of the
having a
loop.
heart attack.
I feel like I should understand that.
Sorry, I don't know if that was audible, but
There was a
getting a
click
phone call?
sound.
no. It's nice and peaceful here. I wonder what it'd been like to grow up
Sound
somewhere
curious.
like this, rather than in the city.
Well, then you just want the city.
Oh, I'm speaking out loud, I forgot.
Oh, now I get what you're talking about, CD.
Oh, I was confused too when Hanako responded to Hisa's thoughts that we're actually just
Like, I
discussing.
know every
Mind
Katawa
melting.
Shoujo. Like, if I hear the first note of any Katawa Shoujo song, I could probably sing a good part of it. But I know what none of them are called.
Kenji walks into the tea shop with a fedora and a trench coat. I need your strongest herbs. Or your strongest brew.
You're a city slicker?
Looks like I found something she wants to talk about.
That's a deal breaker, he's so sorry.
Yeah, you could say I was a city kid, through and through.
I like your emphasis on city kid.
I feel like he's bragging about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
It would be. It sounded like a lot changed.
Yes, CD.
It did.
Fall deeper into
Um,
Katawa Shoujo's soundtrack.
No one could ever become as versed as I am in the Deltarune Chapter 1 soundtrack.
No, never. Not even in... Wait a minute, that's anything Toby Fox. There's another bingo.
It's like...
Read like a fucking book.
That should just be the center space, because it's basically free.
the
Whiskers moment.
If I'm not on, then the bingo flips, and it's no one mentions Toby Fox.
No, I feel like if there's... I feel like
I'll find a
Spamton
way.
comes up.
Wait, where is he? Hold on, where is he?
I'll find a way.
Hey, Rat, what are you doing? What's up?
He's finding Spamton plush.
Yeah.
Oh, swag.
That's alright.
He was behind my goal.
I love that. I need one of those.
Get it.
They're sold out.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh!
I'll
Wait,
let you know
how'd
when
you
there's
get
a
one,
restock. I was one of the. I bought them like day one.
You,
Oh,
you
sweet.
read that, Marak?
No.
Oh.
It did.
Fun.
I'm still not quite sure what to make of it all, though. It's a bit of a culture shock in more ways than one.
There we go.
You must have gone through something like this when you first arrived at Yamaku, right? I'd imagine most new students would, especially given your upbringing. In the ranch.
Not really.
Hanako gazes a little to the side, looking unwilling to go on. Tilt my head inquisitively, but a couple seconds pass with no further answer.
But can't we deal
That's
with
a
that
good
on
shot.
Monday? Fallout is already hardly settled from the last. I understand. I'll try to talk her down. You know what she's like. You know what she's like when she gets locked onto an idea. Yes, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Lily's conversation ends with the snap of her phone closing. She returns to our table, but doesn't take her seat. Need to go?
Unfortunately, class representative work calls once again.
Isn't it like 8?
No, it's like a little after school, probably 5 or so.
She's
5 or
able to
6.
keep people up until the...
I can come with you.
It's alright, Hanako. I'll just be going to the student council. There's no need to spoil the fine evening on my account. Besides, if you were to accompany me on the way back to the school, who would keep our poor Hisao company?
How the fuck would you get back?
You are more important... Uh-oh.
You
Audio
doubt her?
shield issues. Woo!
You being ableist, think she can't find her way?
No, but she definitely have some trouble with it. What if she bumps her foot on like a stray rock?
That's what
Have
the
you
game's
guys...
for.
okay, there's this video online. What is it? Lily goes to the convenience store.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not
literally
gonna...
just watched it.
I'm not gonna send a link to anyone because there are technically like some spoilery sort of aspects to it. But like I think it's I don't think you would actually get spoiled by anything, but I think you'd appreciate it more knowing all of the in jokes.
We shall watch it in the future.
That's a good call, CD.
Alrighty then.
I can join you for tea again later tonight if you'd like. I may well need it.
We agree on that plan, and Lily says her farewells to the both of us, taking her cane after Hanako passes it to her. Despite my offer to pay for Lily's share, she insists on giving us a portion of the... I'm so sorry. I talk a lot at work, so sometimes when I get back and have to do this, it's a bit incoherent.
Don't worry, I'm okay. Incoherent. Fudge. I'm incoherent and I have not been working, so...
Despite my offer to pay for Lily's share, she insists on giving her her portion of the bill, and gives her regards to Yuko as she takes her leave. And then, we're alone. It may be all well and good to leave Hanako and me alone to have some time together, but all it typically means is the two of us sitting near each other in silence for a while. I wonder what I must look like to Hanako. I've never thought of myself as a scary person, but to have someone my own age acting this way around me makes me intensely self-aware, as if it's my fault that she's so troubled.
I feel like it might be.
I'm
I'm not so sure about that, Hisao.
The cause of all of the issues.
Yeah, Hisao is the reason Yamaku exists.
She might get more used to people if she were to stop being so cloistered in Yamaku. But then again, when even people much older than her react so strongly after a single glance at her face, she very well may feel the same way I do now. It's a real catch-22. If she stays in Yamaku, she won't get used to socializing, but if she leaves, any effort she might try would get thrown back at her by people who can't deal with her scarring. Want to order something else to keep us going? We haven't had much of a dinner after all. Hanako brightens and nods vigorously. Glad that I brought up the topic for her. I catch Yuko's gaze, and she dutifully comes over to take our orders.
Like something else?
I'll have a sandwich special and a hot chocolate. Bit late for coffee by now. Hanako?
It's never too late.
Oh, I'll be having the same.
With a nod and a bow, Yuko turns on the ball of her foot. What?
I'd like to think Yuko is saying her actions as she does them.
Let him out. Walk away really fast.
Prepare the knife. Yuko turns on the ball of her foot and returns behind the counter, where she busies herself fishing out bread and condiments and working the machine to make our drinks. Not a word is said between us until Yuko comes back. She smiles and gives us her food and drink before moving to a customer who's called for her attention. I give up on the prospect of having much of a conversation with my companion and decide to just enjoy the meal, small as it may be. It tastes nice, as does most of the food here. After having a few mouthfuls, I notice something's missing, namely the sound of Hanako eating. Looking back to her, I see Hanako fidgeting a little behind her untouched sandwich. Not hungry? She shakes her head from side to side. Even as she does, the patch of hair she keeps over the right side of her face still does its job in hiding it almost entirely.
It's not that.
Aw, I was all ready to have your share too.
You look troubled. Is something wrong?
I'm startled by her thinking that I'm the one who looks troubled, but on second thought, she's probably right. My face may have given away my emotions without me noticing, and she's hardly a dim person, quite the opposite. We're friends, right?
Friends.
From the tone of her voice and shrinking posture, it looks as though I've hit yet another landmine. There is another reason why interacting with her is so difficult. The self-imposed psychological barriers she sets between herself and others, including me, and most likely even Lily. It's a shame that...
I think that we are.
I'm a little taken off guard by Hanako's straightforward answer. All the more so since I was about to give up on getting any reply at all. I see.
Am I wrong? Sorry,
No, it's just that hearing confirmation of that from you is reassuring. To pick up on what you said earlier, since coming to Yamaku, I've been a bit uneasy about how I should relate to others. I found myself chuckling a little. It's surprising how much of a relief that was. I can feel my face smiling as I pick up my cup of hot chocolate and bring it to my lips. Ow, that's hot.
That's why. That's why I haven't eaten yet. I was waiting for my drink to cool down first.
I guess I'll wait then.
Nice, man.
The both of us share a little chuckle. The situation isn't really that funny, but for some reason, it feels like laughing is the most natural thing to do right now.
I don't know, I thought it was pretty funny, but then again...
Yeah, he's not getting injured.
He's not getting injured.
Exactly.
It's hilarious.
We delight in his pain.
Do it again, he said. I'm sure it's cooled down.
Wait, did you read that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess we were both a bit wound up about each other. I was so busy thinking Hanako was the one with something wrong. It took her to remind me that I was uneasy as well. But, be that as it may, it still feels a little nice. A little nice to have someone thinking about me like that, in her own way. Following a long, quiet trudge up the hill and into the school grounds, the two of us find ourselves between the two dormitories. Regular night patrols pass between the male and female dorm buildings, both for security and to quickly raise the alarm for any medical issues that may arise. The guard currently on duty notices us and gives us a quick nod as he continues on his way.
Oh, I forgot those were there.
A loud yawn escapes from Hanako's mouth before she has the chance to cover it. I have little doubt she's fairly tired by now. I'd better be off to my room then. See you tomorrow, Hanako. Jane.
Good night, partner.
We separate and begin to walk our separate ways, before I stop and look back. Hanako stands there, waving to me as she smiles. I smile and wave back to her, and after a few seconds she turns and walks up the stairs to her dormitory building, disappearing through the door. These little moments we share between us feel like a small treasure. One thing is sure. I want to protect that small, delicate smile she so fleetingly wears around the so few people.
It was almost good.
What?
The second half of that line just, I don't know, feels a little off. It may honestly have been the way Marak read it.
It was. I kind of fumbled.
Small, delicate smile.
Oh crap.
Like, I don't think what he's saying is inherently wrong. I just think he chose the wrong words to say it.
Yeah, I see Sal for you.
Yeah, we should be used to this by now, and yet somehow Hiso still surprises us in the same way. Every time.
I wonder about these feelings I have when Hanako's around, and when I'm able to do things for her, whether they may be the seed for something beyond what we share now.
And that's a bingo square. Empire's gang bursts into song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Preparation!
Ugh. This looks like my middle school field and
It's like most middle school fields.
like unnervingly similar.
Yeah, even with the shit sand pit on the left side.
See, the thing about that is
Right.
that the sheer amount of trees in this picture like immediately discredit it from being like anywhere I've ever lived before.
Yeah.
Well,
It fits for Florida.
I'm
like
sure
our middle
it was
school field was
definitely-
basically surrounded by trees.
really? That's actually kind of... I could see that going two ways. It would look cool, but...
It wasn't like
kids
creepy.
ever-
There were fences around
Well,
it.
what I was going to say is, did kids ever jump the fence and just run away into the trees?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
What kind of ring shit is this?
I don't know. Like adventure or something. Like when you're doing the Mayo, you're like, hey, let's ditch and like go hide in the trees.
Nah, I don't think that ever happened.
Or because there's alligators.
That
University
is-
in Rhode Island. I feel like
I
we
think so.
mentioned that on a stream before, CD.
It's Brown,
Brown
University, yeah.
right?
I think that's been confirmed.
I don't know.
Did they go to University Brown?
Yeah, because it's just a filter put over like actual pictures of Brown University.
Leo's Googling it. You can tell by the fact that things are like...
No, hold on.
Actually, maybe not on
If you go to the art credits,
We did it
on the
at some
Katawa
point.
Shoujo wiki,
CD.
CPL Crud,
No, we
who
didn't.
is the person who
No, I think we
wrote
did.
Hanako's route, was the person who took a bunch of the pictures that were used as in-game backgrounds. So it was
So
CPL
there's a
Crud
Brown
and
University graduate.
Ujovi, who's I don't know. Yeah. Seems to be the two. Anyways,
The summertime sun is something to be savored, but when combined with the clean country air, it's all the better. The fuck? The track and field members are horsing around on the field ahead. Some are playing with a soccer ball, others are talking, and a few laugh as two of them mock fight with each other.
be about to get an Emmy appearance? Please?
Uh-oh, wait.
Hmm.
I need
What
to
are we
be
doing
White
here?
woman jump scare?
But wow. None of them pay me
Oh,
any
I
heed.
know what this scene is now.
Well,
Go ahead and continue.
good for you.
None of them pay me any heed as I sit alone on the grass, underneath the shade of a particularly large tree. It's a nice and peaceful moment after a dreary day of schoolwork. I played soccer pretty often before my heart attack, so I thought it'd be really nostalgic to watch them. What I'm feeling now, though, is quite distinct from that emotion. Who the fuck are you?
I knew you guys were gonna react.
Oh, the OC!
What?
Isn't she missing an arm?
A sudden surprise.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
in
she's
Hisao's
hand.
class. You'll see.
She's in
Tom.
Hisao's class. She's in the background of Emmy's race during Rin's route.
Her
And
art is
she's-
also very noticeably different.
I'm not
It's
sure if
'cause-
she
yeah.
full on had a scrapped route, but she's a weirdly important character in this route specifically.
It's
Who's
one
gonna
of the
voice her?
author's original correct characters.
Well, I mean, all of these are the author's
No, but I
original
mean like
characters.
more so, like their self-insert, like fucking
Oh.
Lily's author uses
Oh, they're
this
like avatar characters.
as her avatar and like a bunch of other things. It's weird.
Wow.
Which is interesting because it's not the avatar that they gave Lily's author on the staff photo for
No,
Katawa
it's
Shoujo.
not.
But is this the character that author uses
Guys,
for?
But have you
Yeah.
ever considered that we are in far too deep? If we can tell what icons the writers have on Twitter.
I mean, Kane's in deep.
I'm in
And so
deep.
is Leo.
I, did a
I
deep
was
dive
always
into
in
it.
deep.
hand,
That was-
I've probably
this is-
done
this
some of
is-
that
this
stuff
is
with
old
Undertale,
news.
so maybe I shouldn't.
Me
I don't
being
know
in
what
too
Capricci
deep
thinks
is
about the situation.
Is
Yeah,
Caprice
this is
back?
Suriko.
Situation.
This is Suriko's fucking.
Have you seen the
profile
screen?
Who the fuck is that? She doesn't even have a name.
Just
Yeah, we
wait,
haven't
she
talked to
will.
her
Oh, okay. Are we just meeting her? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Making visual novels is suffering is that person's Twitter
They use a
bio.
Nichijou image.
That's Lily's author.
Huh. Cool. I hear footsteps approaching me from behind, and I turn to my side to see one of my classmates taking a seat beside me. I'm taken off guard, as the two of us haven't talked much before, and I didn't think anyone would notice me here. Who's gonna voice Miki?
yeah, that's a good question.
Voices?
Oh, Whiskers
it
has
stand in
0
right now?
voices. Go ahead, take it
Oh,
away,
yeah.
Whiskers.
Oh god, what voice though?
The one.
What's up?
Your choice.
Yes.
Sup?
What's up, dude? Hi, Muara. Why the fuck do you say that?
Miura.
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 Myra.
Miura.
It'd be
Oh,
Miura.
okay.
What?
We,
Miura.
us three collective Japanese weebs sort of figured it out.
Miura.
Actually,
wasn't it?
wait, there's like 5. Never mind.
What?
Wait.
What did you mean
Miura,
5?
wasn't it?
Okay,
There's
well, I
5
thought
weebs
about
here.
it, and me, you, and Marak all have, like, quote-unquote studied some Japanese, but all 5 of us are weebs. Or not, well, whatever. We're all into Japanese media.
Yeah.
Correct.
Onward.
Miura.
Yeah.
Yo,
Reading
guys!
What?
The guy who wrote Lily's Route actually
Yeah.
made a playable game based off of this character.
What? Huh?
It was
I
made
didn't-
without sprites, and it is not canon. But they went
Wait.
and they actually. It does
Sorry.
provide a musical theme for Miki as well. So the guy who wrote
Miki?
Lily's Route went and actually made a whole other like.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Sorry.
What?
Huh.
This person
I mean-
really likes this character.
Like, wait, is that the person on Twitter?
Yeah,
That you-
they're
Oh,
the
okay, I
author
was
of
gonna say,
Lily's
what-
Route.
They're the author. Wait, so they're the author of Lily Route, but they like this person better.
Yeah.
I
is
see.
like their
Actually, that
OC.
kind of makes sense. Why is Toby Fox trending?
Also, technically, none of these characters are the OCs of them because they're all stolen from Raita's ideas. Technically.
That's true.
Eh?
There's some, yeah. From
The-
that some
the
guy
person
like
who-
basically posted the entire concept of Katawa Shoujo and then bailed.
Yeah, the
Or
concept
just-
of Katawa Shoujo was not made by the people who made it. It was a bonus page at the end of a fucking hentai dojo, all about like, hey, this would be a good concept for a visual novel, And then someone else, CPL Crud, read that and went, yeah, this would be a good idea. Let's do that.
Huh.
The origins of this game are both so strange and so fascinating.
Yeah.
Hi, Miura, wasn't it?
It's weird. Sorry.
Oh, Rick. In the time it took us to do that, I already forgot her voice.
You gave her like a scruffy,
Hey, how are
Call me
you?
Miki. Some names are too stuffy.
Likewise, then.
Wait, what's the word for Japanese?
Koshira Koso?
Wait. Yeah, that's it.
That was Japanese.
We both look out into the field where the guys were playing.
Yo, CD,
It
does
looks
that
like
count
they're
as the upper right hand bingo square? We can keep reading. We'll wait for CD.
It looks like they're getting ready to have a second game, with people spreading out to their positions and the ball being carried to the center of the field.
Wait, why is this person here?
Sure enough, the whistle is blown to begin the match and they get right back into it. Not going to play?
Nah, just gonna rest for a bit.
Alright, that is a bingo square. The bingo square is Leo's clutch anime insight, which we're gonna count as me knowing what the hell Whiskers is talking about.
It's more like Duolingo knowledge, but we'll take it. You know, if you use Duolingo,
you're probably
watched
if you
anime.
use Duolingo to learn Japanese, you're probably a weeb.
What about you? You kind of looked like you wanted to play when you were watching us before.
So someone did notice me after all. It's kind of a long story. Her face says that I've piqued her interest. I'm in Yamaku because I've got a heart condition. I can't really play soccer anymore.
Wanted to be a soccer player, did you?
No, I really only did it for fun. My friends played it, so I played it as well. Any of those guys around could have been me before my accident. But I don't feel like I have any real wish to go back to that either. It's a little hard to explain. I'm still decently physically built from the days when I played, even if my strength's largely left me by now, and I got on well with the other club members. When I think about it, I should feel pretty bad watching people play when I can't anymore. Yet I don't. Maybe it's a good thing, a sign that I've gotten over it and I'm ready to become a new person. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling.
It's cool. I'm actually glad to hear that. Sounds like you really have your stuff together. Some of the people that come to Hanako are pretty messed up at first.
So you're a member of the track and field club then?
Yep. Been in it since I first arrived.
Don't suppose you're friends with Emmy? Short, fast runner, no legs. I don't think there are all that many female track and field members.
Emmy. Everyone knows about her, don't they? But nah, I tend to get on better with guys, so me and Emmy don't really talk about much. Anyway, what about you?
Well, I'm not really in any clubs. Real clubs, anyway.
You've been hanging around with Hanako and that blondie Amazon? Though, right?
Blondie? That's just how you spell blonde.
Blonde?
Wait. Yeah.
Blonde.
That is just
Blonde.
pronounced blonde.
Oh, okay, well that blonde Amazon though, right?
Blonde Amazon. I
What is an
suppose Lily
Amazon?
has the height to fit that description, if nothing else. I nod in response without making too fine a point of things.
Then don't worry about it. As long as you got some friends, you don't need to join a club.
A loud whistling from the field attracts our attention. One of the players is on the ground, clutching his leg, and the other stopped play to jog up to him, leaving Miki grimacing.
Ah, that looks painful. That guy has really bad luck.
As she continues to look out into the field, I can't help but being reminded of her own injuries. Her left arm, ending in a stump rather than a hand, has been bandaged up for the entire time I've been at Yamaku, and her injury doesn't seem that new. She turns to talk to me again and catches me looking. Both of us sit in awkward silence as she takes her bandaged arm and holds it in her lap with the other remaining hand. Sorry, I guess I'm still a bit...
It's fine, really.
Her tone is light, but neither of us say anything afterwards. Every disabled student here has their own ways of dealing with their problems, and some finding their conditions troublesome is only natural. I'm included among them after all. The injured guy from the soccer game manages to get onto his feet with some help, and ends up hobbling off the field with one arm over the shoulder of another for support. Probably just pulled a muscle if he can still manage to walk. The whistle blows again, and the game continues once more with one less man on the field.
Hanging out with Hanako and that blonde girl. You keep some pretty strange company.
How so?
It's just that Hanako's kind of... I don't know.
Crispy? Is that what you were thinking? Shy?
Well, I was gonna say... no, it's not really that. It's just, she's got some issues, I think. I can't really put it in a nice way. Not that I don't think she's a nice person, though. She's perfectly nice. Just hard to deal with.
It sounds like Miki, or at least some other people in the class, have tried to get closer to Hanako in the past, and that it didn't go that well. I think that her judgment is rather harsh, given that everyone, not just those in Yamaku, have their own issues. Then again, I haven't known Hanako for that long, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was some stuff I didn't know about. I'll just take it as it comes. She's a nice person, and I think that should be all that matters. Miki's eyes narrow a little, and her smile spreads.
You really like her, don't you?
Miki certainly doesn't mince words.
Oh,
Admit it!
I mean, yeah,
What?
pretty much, yeah.
we're locked onto our route. How do we fuck this up? What?
Exactly. Where's the spreadsheet? I mean, oh wait, okay, real quick. Let's just take a
Admit
verbal
it.
poll. Unless you guys want to do a
Admit it.
stupid Discord poll and get that bingo square out of the way. I mean, I would just say admit it. I don't know if anyone's in disagreement. It doesn't help when no one says nothing. Or everyone says nothing.
Now she playing.
What?
I put the vote in Leo's den.
Oh crap. Oh my god.
Nah, she playing. Kane, did you just react with that because you thought it was funny?
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid Discord poll for the bingo.
Yep, there it is.
It's not even stupid Discord poll anymore. It's just Discord poll. I think it being
No, it's
stupid is a matter of course.
All of them are intentionally stupid.
Well, we're gonna reveal
stupid and
our
funny.
true feelings.
What? To be completely honest, yeah, I do. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone, though.
Bolts onto the field. Hey guys, you'll never guess what he's just told.
Heekstyle likes the mute girl.
Hey, well, you can trust me. No problems there.
Wait, the mute girl?
Shh, don't worry about it.
Well, she never talks, so
Fair.
I guess... Oh, whatever. To be honest, it's kind of cute. If you want to go for it, don't let me stop you.
Thanks. She may say that, but she was just talking about Hanako having issues. Still, I want to hold myself to the words I said. Hanako's problems don't matter. I'll deal with anything that comes up, because I want to help her. If there's even the smallest possibility that I can pull Hanako out of her depression and seclusion, then I should work towards that, no matter what. If she needs a prince, then I will be
Don't
that prince.
Phrase
That's
it like
awful.
that, he's so...
Again,
Awful,
I get
awful.
the sentiment. You just chose the worst possible way to phrase that.
Peace out,
I'm
moment.
telling you. he continues to surprise us
So
in
no
the exact
sweet
same
breeds.
way. I don't know how he does it.
Ah, here's a good one. Bingo square. Hisao acts like he's 12.
Yep.
Yep. He's been watching too much of Shrek.
What?
What?
I don't know. It doesn't Shrek
Too
like
much
act
of
as a
Shrek.
prince or
Stupid
whatever?
is implied.
And then in the
I only
second
just
one-
noticed that, CD.
Stupid as a what? Stupid is implied, of course.
As I think about the possibility of a relationship, I can see Miki grinning at me while watching my face. I'm no doubt blushing, and looking away from her only makes her laugh. Miki gives off a different vibe from the other girls. Talking to her feels more like talking to a guy than a woman. Her saying she prefers male company doesn't help to dispel that notion either. Glancing at my watch shows that lunch break is ending in only a few minutes. Time to start heading back to class.
I'm really stupid. I tried to advance the dialogue by clicking the OBS preview of the game rather than the actual game.
Oh, whoops.
That's something I would do.
Lunch is about to end. Wanna head back?
Yeah, we'd better.
I pick myself off the grass and dust myself off, offering a hand to Miki to help her up as well. But she takes it and easily pulls herself up, showing the muscles moving in her toned, bare arms in the process.
Yeah, CD, it's funny like that, isn't it?
Looks like she hadn't really-
Come to think of it, why aren't you wearing the normal girl's blouse?
Yeah, it's too hot and constricting. The boy's uniform is better anyway.
She throws her arms around. She throws
You
her
got
arms
this.
around a bit to emphasize her point, which has the side effect of showing off one particular part of her body that would be especially constricted by the blouse.
Can we, like,
Oh my god.
mark Hisao down as 12
Wait.
a
Twice.
second
Wait,
time?
is it almost this scene? Okay.
Oh god, Leo, what
What?
do you mean?
No, I'm trying to remember. I think this scene I'm thinking of is on this route, but I'm not 100% certain.
The two of us start to walk back to the main building through the gardens, talking as we go.
Maybe it's not.
It sounds like you're settling in well. That's a relief. It's pretty surprising to get a transfer student at this point in the year, considering the exams are coming up.
Don't remind me.
Don't worry about them. Just cram it in, you'll be fine. The perfect strategy.
CD, the last time I said, oh, it's this scene, was referring to the fact that Miki was going to show up, which I would argue is a good thing. It's not always concerning when I start saying stuff like that.
I don't know, man. Like,
It's just mostly
4 to 5
concerning.
record.
Okay,
Oh,
fair enough.
exactly. This
Probably
scene.
about 85% of the time it is concerning.
You worry me.
That doesn't sound like good advice. She claps my shoulder a couple of times as she grins. I don't think she takes school very seriously.
You seem like a smart guy, and Muto's taken to you already. You're like a hand in a glove.
The fuck does that mean?
You fit
Have to
well.
work out
huh?
whether that's a good or a bad thing. I still don't know what to make of this school. I've been here a few weeks already, but I still feel dazed at times.
Yeah, I'll get used to it. Just give it some time. It's only a high school, just like any other.
She makes it sound so simple, but I've never thought about it that way. To me, Yamaku symbolized a marked shift in my life. I was no longer normal. I was different, and was to be educated with other different people. And yet, I'm walking back to class and talking casually with a classmate during lunch, after watching some others play a soccer game. All perfectly normal. Maybe she has a point. Maybe I should just look at Hanako in the same way. Everyone has their own issues. This is hardly something unique to Yamaku. After all, it's only a high school, just like any other. As we continue to walk, I feel myself smiling. Miki and I are very different people in almost every way. but it feels good to have gotten to know another classmate a bit better.
You know, I'm really glad that we chose to do Hanako's route before Lily's, and I'm not going to explain why until we get to Lily's route, but there is a certain aspect of Lily's route that I feel like would have been a lot more rewarding if I had played Lily's route second.
No.
Interesting. Okay.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
Next
we
time
will.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Next episode, man, it's gonna be like 10 episodes.
I mean, honestly, that would track for some of those
Some of
weekly
those-
series. Next time, you'll get to know the conclusion. Oh, nope, that was just flashbacks. Next time.
Naruto be like.
Naruto.
Oh,
I was
Naruto.
hoping Priest would pick up on that one, but
What's up?
He's asleep.
oh,
Passed away.
He's not asleep.
I made a Naruto reference, like a very
Oh, what was
surface
it?
level one. So
How there's no
Whiskers was like, I gotta explain this now. This is so bad.
Okay. It was
Oh,
basically
that's-
like,
Whiskers, what did you-
next
okay,
time
Whisker-
on Dragon Ball Z, we'll see Lily's route. And Leo's like, next time, we got 40 more episodes. So I was like,
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
like, and that would actually track for Dragon Ball Z, one of those weekly shows where like,
And
it's
then
like, oh, you'll see the conclusion to the fight. But no, then the next time is like full of flashbacks.
and then I was
Priest,
like,
do you just-
Naruto be like.
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. My only
Caprese,
thing.
do you just
Yeah?
enjoy like having white noise in the background while you game?
Yeah, I do.
we do make good white noise.
Dude, it. Okay,
Do we
I'm
make
not
good night noise?
playing games right now, but I'm reading Monster Musume. And
Why
I'm
not
listening
reading?
to like 21 Pilots Vessels album, which I've not listened to before, and it's really good.
It is a very
I
good
forget
album.
what
I
that
will
one
agree
was.
with you there.
Which one
Ode to
was that
Sleep
one?
is on there. Holding on to you.
I like that
Migraine.
song.
Yeah,
Car Radio,
I re-
House of Gold, Semi-Automatic, Screen, Run and
Of
Go.
course she knows all of it.
Uh,
Wait, question.
Guns
When
for
did we
Hands.
when did we
Trees,
start
Truce.
Katawa Shoujo?
I would say
This is the-
7:10, 7:15.
No, I mean like start.
You nailed it, Leo.
Of course he freaking did. I'll check Leo's. I have no idea. I'll check Leo's channel, but I don't think he put out the first archive.
No,
for a
it's
little while.
on there. It's well, okay. I
Well,
didn't.
no,
put it
is
on
it up
video.
to? So it says 3 months ago.
Yeah, but if you go into the description, it'll tell
We
you what day it
started-
was originally. If you
I
go
ju-
into the description,
I
it says
don't-
when it
Oh
was
yeah,
originally
so
streamed.
July 5th. It's been a while, dude.
July
Okay.
5th. That was
Yeah.
like 3 days after I came back from Australia.
I mean,
Oh.
that makes sense. Did I have to really? I
Actually-
had
Yeah,
to,
we
I had
kinda
to shit your
started,
mic
but-
before.
I want to point something out, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's directly correlated to us, but starting in July there was a significant uptick in Katawa Shoujo trending on Google, like from an average of 38 to an average of 70.
It's entirely us. No, it's not
I mean-
people watching our streams. It's just us actually.
It probably
For some odd reason, Idaho has the #1 interest in Katawa Shoujo, so I don't think.
Maybe they're watching the.
For me, it
outcomes.
says
Maybe that's why they get so many
Alaska.
Oh yeah,
views.
Alaska's
What?
at 87 and Idaho's
The
at 100.
fuck?
What is going on?
I have no idea. Specifically looking up Kenji. Okay, I'm done looking. No, we're done. This is too much. This is way too
Huh.
different a topic.
We don't
That's
need
weird.
Katawa Shoujo. We don't need
Okay,
Theo
real quick.
conspiracy theories now.
Hopefully there isn't a Mickey line for too long, because I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Continue.
There we go.
Oh.
Leave it to us to stop right before scene transition and draw it out like crazy. Rock?
I was gonna wait for Whiskers. Are we just gonna go back?
Oh,
into
are
it?
we waiting for?
I was. I don't know if you guys were.
I
I
don't
guess
know.
since we're not talking to Miki, it doesn't really matter. A light breeze blows the scent of summer. Fuck. A light breeze blows the scent of early summer around my head while I wait for Lily. Small white clouds litter the sky, breaking up the monotony of the blue.
Esau, are you there?
Lily's voice lilts on the breeze, as if they were one and the same thing. I stop gazing into the sky to examine Lily. Oh. With a peach off-the-shoulder sweater and tan ankle-length skirt, in addition to tan sandals, she's quite a nice sight. Yeah, I'm over here, Lily. Near the gate. Were you able to sneak away from Hanako?
Yes, it's not uncommon for me to go out during the weekend, so I don't think she noticed anything suspicious.
Is Lily Christian?
Yeah, I would assume so by the cross.
Huh.
Or Catholic.
I don't remember that ever coming up, but I don't also remember much of... No, I remember more of Lily's route than I remember of Hanako's.
Lily loves Jesus.
Okay, it took me slightly longer because I slammed my finger in a door. But what happened while I was gone?
We literally had a scene transition literally the very next line after you left.
Oh, it went do-do-do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are we ever going to see Lily with her hair down? I feel like she's had the same black bow every time we see her.
Hold on.
No, you don't have to look it up.
No, hold on.
my God, Leo.
What the fuck?
Oh, what? Did you say?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're going back through all that.
No, the game
Oh,
tracks...
yeah.
You're right. She didn't have it down. She had her down.
I was wondering, although we did not need to Google that.
Okay, wait, now go back.
Yo.
Never mind.
What?
I was gonna do a bit where I told you to pull up the fucking delirium image of Ren.
The what image of Rin?
Delirium when she's sitting in the room on her knees.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we have a censor up for that entire scene. Did we or did I can't remember if we put a censor up for that part.
We may
We
have,
did.
I don't know what we did.
That was a.
Oh, I
fun
have
thing.
managed
Something.
to offset my vision, and now everything looks cross-eyed no matter
Blink.
what. Blinking
What?
doesn't help. It
Hold
just.
your eyes closed for 30 seconds.
What did you do?
It's-
Did you cross your eyes for forever?
No, I just rubbed my eye and it just got offset or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
Okay.
Rolled it.
I mean, my vision goes wacky all the time, but I have it.
No, it's just it's weird because it feels like I have my eyes crossed, but I don't.
No, they're not.
I'm
Maybe
not.
you do.
At least I'm not consciously doing it.
Oh, okay.
And I can't
Where
like
this
get it to
door?
stop unless I wait for a little bit.
Oh, to do that to your eyes. That's a
That's
bad
and
idea.
she has someone she sees.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Hanako.
Oh, okay. I figured, but I wasn't sure.
Lily purses her lips, as if maybe she shouldn't have continued. I find it a little hard to believe. Hanako's seeing someone? Who? Really?
Target acquired.
I'm still confused.
No, it's just she sees a therapist every so often on the weekends.
Oh. Well, that does make a lot of sense. Lily rubs her arm uncomfortably, and after one look at her troubled expression, I quickly move to change the topic away from Hanako.
Yes.
Nailed it.
I was just wondering, you can get around the city on your own? Lily, oh god. Lily sighs at my consternation surrounding the topic of her blindness. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes.
I can, yes. It's easier when I'm out with a friend or my sister, though.
I wonder how Lily gets along with her sister. Being an only child, it's hard to imagine what having a sibling would be like, so it makes me a little envious of her. Right, well then. The bus arrives in a few minutes, so we should probably get a move on.
Indeed. It's a long wait if we miss this one.
With that, we set off for the bus stop down on the hill. It's only a small distance from the school gate, so it's very convenient. It's a nice view from here. God damn it, Hisao.
Oh my god. It took me a moment, but...
Huh?
He's just... Like, why would he say that shit now? With the blind girl.
I know, it takes a minute.
It's a nice view from here. Coming here
Hisao makes us all look stupider.
Coming from the city, I never really got to see scenery like this, let alone on a daily basis.
This area is nice for me as well. It's tranquil and the noises and smells of the city. Wait. And away from the noises and smells of the city.
Lily's head perks up in a trademark gesture of hers, signifying that she's caught a sound.
Oh, here comes the bus.
I look down the road to see the bus trundling up... Excuse me, what word? Trundling?
I mean, that kind of makes sense. It's a funky little word.
That's a funky sounding word. Trundling up the hill. Her hearing is quite a useful tool. The bus only takes a short while to reach the bus stop, forcing its way up the road.
No, guys, we were wrong. It's not a verb. It's a League of Legends champion, apparently.
Oh, what?
That's actually like what came up when I googled Trundle.
Oh, Trindamere?
Trundle. Noun.
No, I got Trundle noun.
The motion...
Well, I mean, it shows me a dictionary, and then off to the right, it's League of Legends.
Off to the right, it's Wikipedia for me.
If you just look up Trundle, is that what comes up? League of Legends? No,
I googled Trundle. What did you guys Google?
Trundle.
Ing.
Trundle? Well, I didn't Google trundling. I went for the root verb.
All right, Trundle.
Trundle?
I do get League of Legends champion on the right side if you look up Trundle.
Okay. Good. I'm not insane. Now let's move on before we start going down a League of Legends tangent somehow.
The fuck? Why is he named Trundle?
Trundle, king of the trolls, right?
Who cares?
Or something? I don't know.
The bus only takes a
Why
short
are
while
we
to
spending this much mental effort on this?
I tried to get us off of it.
League of Legends.
You guys extended it.
Forcing its way up the road, and within a minute we are on our way to the city. Wow, this is a new image. Walking around the city, I feel a distinct nostalgia. The smells, the traffic, the tall buildings everywhere. It's a lot like my native city, save for the raised walkways.
This music reminds me of Kirby. Music. Don't ask me why. Continue, please.
It feels a little weird. Okay.
It feels a little weird. My dialogue keeps falling up on you.
Walking around a city as casually as I would in a park, but with cars rushing around underneath me. As I'm busily pondering the engineering marvel that is the raised walkway, I get a surprise. It takes a moment for me to realize that Lily has wrapped her arm around mine, extending her cane in front of her with the other hand. For a moment, I'm startled, but I manage to keep enough of a lid on it for Lily not to notice. Well, it's not the first time that Lily's relied on me for guidance. She'd only held onto my sleeve's cuffs before. It's logical that it would be easier for her to navigate a crowded and complex area such as the city while securely linked, but I'm far from being as used to this kind of contact as Lily is. Finally realizing the growing silence between us, Lily waits for me to get moving. I quickly kick my brain into gear. You know, it was quite a surprise that Hanako likes to sing. Have you ever heard her do that before?
I have indeed. We've been to karaoke sessions several times, along with my sister. I can't say I take to the activity much, but the other two like it.
Maybe Hanako doing karaoke is more fitting than I initially thought. Just her and, though she knows, all alone in a little room. It would give her a rare chance to let her guard down, with nobody else there to judge her. Maybe it would be nice to bring her into town for a karaoke birthday party, if she likes doing it.
I'm not sure she would deal very well with the excitement.
I moved to protest, but her face shows that she's mulling the proposal over somewhat. It takes quite some time for her to come to a conclusion.
And again, the best thing we can do for Hanako at this point is try to create some pleasant birthday memories. Continually treating her as if she's abnormal won't help.
I think you're right. If she has something to remember apart from the loss, then maybe she'll come around. If If we brought her something nice that she could see every day, then maybe she'd be able to take her mind off her past and remember that she has friends. And in any case, I think Hanako can handle something like this. In the time I've spent beside her, I've learned that she isn't quite as frightfully fragile as I first thought she was. Well, shall we be off? I'm not really sure about the layout of this area.
Very well. I might like to suggest having something to eat first.
I haven't either, so that sounds like a good plan.
Wait a minute, what?
He doesn't... That's a really dumb thing to say. It's like continuing the sentence in his mind and then saying a response to it.
Either. So. I mean, you could... It's just
you understand what he means, but it's just a weird way of saying it.
It's not even that's not grammar. He's not responding to the previous line.
Well, having something to eat indicates...
I might suggest having something to eat. I haven't either is something you would say if the first person said, I haven't had something to eat.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
He needs something that... Yeah, it's there, but it's really not.
I know what he's saying, and I understand like why he said it, but I don't feel like he's directly responding to the previous statement.
No, he really...
Moving on.
How someone else might... I don't like
Make sure you choose a nice place, Isao.
She gives a teasing smile, one that makes me smile reflexively in response, even if she can't see that. Make very sure I do. Don't worry about that.
Pie.
Once inside, I order 2 slices of pie and accompanying cups of tea and take them back to our table. Hisao, I think you're eating a lot of pie and tea.
If it's butterscotch, she's dismissed. Or coffee pie, if that exists.
I'd pegged this cafe as the type to appeal to Lily. Small and quiet, but well kept and somewhat upscale. Going by the dainty smile she wears, I don't really know if I chose right. It's very, very rare not to see her smiling after all. Nevertheless, I take a seat near her at one of the corner tables and lay down our small meals. Lily gingerly brings her head over the slice of pie placed in front of her, delicately taking in the aroma.
Fun pie, is it? Thank you, Hisao.
No problem. The tea's just next to it, so be careful not to knock it over. She nods appreciatively, but judging from the slightly weak smile she has, the warning wasn't really necessary. I suppose the sound must have tipped her up to its position. We both tuck into our food without further ado, both of us remaining largely silent as we do. Lily's isn't the type to appreciate discussion while eating, and I can't say I like it either.
I want to make a slight interjection of, like, praise for the game, because I will say, despite the fact that Lily usually is smiling, from the changes in her things, you can actually tell her different emotions due her different smiles. So that's a compliment to the artist for using the eyes to tell the emotion as well.
I have a question.
Yes?
Do blind people feel more comfortable with their eyelids closed?
Oh, I don't know.
I
Did they
would
notice
assume
a
that's
difference?
something on a person-to-person basis. I mean,
Most likely.
you can feel
I
the-
know,
you can
generally
feel the
speaking, like
difference.
when someone is classified as blind, it doesn't mean they can't see like anything at all.
Well, but Lily can.
Fair enough.
Is she completely blind? Did they ever say that?
Yeah. That's why.
Weird. That is a very fascinating question.
Because, like,
It all comes full circle.
it's less
Steven.
energy, I think, but... I
Yeah,
guess
what is the relaxed position of you guys' eyes? Do you know? I would assume it's closed, but
Well, yeah.
No,
And I guess
it
for them,
feels
it doesn't
relaxed
matter.
to have them open when I'm awake, but when I get tired, it feels relaxed to have them closed.
Well, it feels
Weird,
relaxed
you're
to
right.
have them open because we need our eyes to see.
Yeah.
oh
And
yeah,
that's a
maybe
very
that's
important
like
thing.
the muscles are still engaged,
But the
we
muscles
find
aren't engaged when they're
exciting.
closed. So I'd imagine Lily probably feels more comfortable with her eyes closed. Couldn't say for certain.
I
but-
don't
It
know.
feels
That's
like
so
the muscles
weird.
are engaged when I have them closed, but I don't know why. Maybe it's just a perception thing,
Because we
but
keep our eyes open all day.
Fair enough.
All right, I'll continue this. I'll be right back.
Squid.
Alright, have fun. Oh,
Eventually, we both finish our meals, and the last of our teacups follow in short order. Lily's the first to break the silence.
That was very nice. I must say, you've chosen quite well, Hisao.
This is the first time I really had much of a look around the city, so all I could really do is choose somewhere that looked nice. Damn. Sorry. I feel really bad for inadvertently bringing up the subject of sight around Lily, but she doesn't appear to mind much. Quite the opposite. She almost looks amused by my awkward attempt at an apology.
You are thoughtful, Hisao, but sometimes I fear that it gets the better of you. There's no need to change your speech on my account.
Lily truly is pretty comfortable in dealing with her condition. I still hasten to change the subject, as I can't really say that I share her confidence in the matter. Have you lived here for very long? It seems like you have this place pretty much sorted out. She quickly waves her hand in front of her face to dismiss the motion.
It's nothing like that. I've attended Yamaku since the start of high school. Didn't walk around the city very much because Akira, my sister, picked me up and dropped me off.
Oh right, you mentioned not living in the dormitories until recently. I'd just like to point out that Akira is a very Japanese name, but I'm assuming we'll get around to that at some point.
Yeah.
It's quite a surprise.
Yeah, there's like Lily. Yeah, Lily isn't as much of. Wait, was she not Japanese though?
She's
She's
Japanese.
presumably foreign.
She's
Okay,
half
well,
Japanese.
a little bit.
I believe
Like
her mother
anatomically.
is Scottish and her father is Japanese or something to that effect.
We
Look
know
that up
that.
real quick.
Of course.
So I'm
we-
not giving people.
Actually, no.
I don't want to give people incorrect information.
Scottish.
Scottish. Wait, how do you say? What is a Scottish accent?
Shrek.
It's like.
Shrek.
Shrek.
Shrek is a
Shrek is
very
literally supposed to be a
exaggerated
Scottish
one.
accent.
Oh,
For some people, I'm sure, but there's also like Northern Ireland, which has people who are incomprehensible even to Irish
very Irish. I mean,
Well,
what would
she's
be the
definitely
most
half
exaggerated
Scottish.
American accent?
people. Western,
Probably.
Wait, Western?
Or
like
Southwestern?
Southern, I guess.
South.
Yeah,
Maybe a
but what
little
we
bit.
consider the South is actually on the
Southwest.
east side of the country.
I guess
Wait.
you're right. In that case, Southeastern.
South. Wait. Because
He's
a
right.
Southern. Would it be a Southern accent or like a Texan accent?
That's
'Cause
what,
I've heard-
that's what we're saying. Texan, basically.
That's
Although Texas,
Southwestern then.
my parents
right?
lived in what?
It's Southwestern run then, right?
Not really. It's more like just south.
I mean, it's.
It's
Yeah,
closer,
it's
to,
kinda
it's
like
closer
the
to the
southern.
east side of the map than the west side, I think.
Is it? Where is Texas?
What do you mean? It's a big fucking...
I'm googling this
land.
USA images.
Just go to Google Maps. I guess it's like smack dab in the middle.
It kind of is.
Okay, no, yeah,
I
the
don't
mother
know.
is Scottish.
It's spoilers.
Life of Pi. Wait, why?
I
What
don't
does
know.
that have to do with?
No,
Life
look
of
at
Pi?
the message
Wait.
before that.
Oh, you're right. Maybe that is connected subconsciously.
No.
All right, I feel like we've gotten too much on a tangent.
Yeah, go.
It's
oh,
quite a
please.
surprise. I'd just assumed she'd been living here since entering Yamaku at the least, which would give her a few years here.
I've lived with my family for most of my life.
5 lines.
Then I was just together with my sister. With my family having moved to Inverness
In
long
fairness, we don't know.
long before,
Yeah,
and Akira
long
working longer hours, I ended up having to move.
Inverness. Isn't that somewhere in Scotland?
You would know.
Oh, did I not tell you? My family currently lives in Scotland, the birthplace of my mother. My father's side is mainly Japanese, though. See, I was right, and I literally didn't have to look it up. I could have just read like 5 more lines, and I would have been
Joke's
Sometimes
on
we
you.
are too stupid for our own good.
more like impatient.
Yeah.
Looks up what the answer is right as they're about to say it.
Don't worry, you'll get your answer. No, I need to Google it now. It's in 2 lines now.
The question of what gave Lily her looks did cross my mind every now and again, but I never thought to ask. That answers that, then. To be honest,
Sorry, what I missed?
Just we found out like the actual answer because she just said that she's Scottish and Japanese.
Ah.
To be honest, I'd never have guessed. Considering you have no accent, I'm guessing you were born here.
Full marks. I am thankful for my heritage, though, as without it I'd likely have not been taught English so early in my life. And what of you, Hisao?
What about me?
He knows English couldn't be me.
Oh fuck. She gives a moment's thought. She probably should have thought of what to ask me before switching the topic.
Let's just go ahead and mark off someone misses their turn on the bingo.
Yeah,
I was honestly expecting you to say it.
I also
Old habits die hard.
I already fucked up at the beginning. So
No, I'm sure we've done it multiple times at this point, so I was just like,
that's
you know what?
again, that's mostly a free space.
Did you read this line all the way through?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go with, what are your plans for the future?
To be honest, I haven't thought much about that recently. After my accident and subsequent months in the hospital, enjoying my life here with you and Hanako has been enough for me. In fact, I don't think I've thought about a future for some time now. It seems almost futile.
This is your last year of school. After this, you'll have to fend for yourself one way or another.
It's not like I don't know that. I just haven't put much thought into it since then. She opens her mouth to continue, but gives a small sigh instead. She seems to have realized that she doesn't really know enough about my situation to go too deeply into this.
Well, we all have our own pace. I just hope you'll take any chance you see.
I understand. I'll think about it. As we walk back out into the city, Lily takes hold of my arm once again.
So, did you get any good ideas for a present?
To be honest, no. I've never been very good at picking them.
As absurd as it sounds, perhaps we should just look around?
You? Look around?
Well, you're not Hisao, come on.
Hearing Lily
Come on,
utter
he's
those
getting
words-
into character.
Hearing Lily utter those words throws me for a moment. Right. How do we do that?
That's just the reaction I was expecting. It's simple. You can go window shopping. Just tell me what is around. If something interesting comes up, then you might get an idea.
Right. I'm still not so sure of this, but I'll take your word for it.
I think we'll manage. Hanako and my sister and I managed to do it well enough.
This route has got me more invested in Lily than it has in Hanako. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
does-
weird.
Hanako is her own thing, but it's very cool to like look into Lily and how she works. And
We just haven't had
Yeah.
much growth with Hanako. It's almost
it's very not
Which,
not
to be fair, is
exponential.
fitting of Hanako, but
Yeah.
to a fault.
It's like
Now I'm
gonna
just
say
excited
anything.
for Lily's route since we haven't really done too much with
not
Hanako.
gonna Leo.
Not gonna say
Anytime
anything.
you say not gonna say anything, you just raise more questions, my friend.
Not gonna say anything.
That's the point.
Just go, Marak. We need to figure out.
With Lily's simplistic and rather optimistic statement, we set off into the shopping district of the city, and I start describing everything I see to Lily. It's hard to think of Hanako going window shopping. She doesn't feel like the type to place much stock in fashion, nor have I noticed her reading magazines or the like. In fact, all I think I've really seen her do as a hobby is read books.
That's your only
Is it-
hobby too.
There's a housewares shop just ahead. Looks like it's mostly crockery, though.
Can't think she'd have much of a need for that. And what type of message would that send to her?
Cook more food? That's not such a bad idea, maybe.
Sometimes it's best to leave those things alone, Hisao.
Once again, I get the feeling that Hanako's exploits in the kitchen aren't always successful. Lee must have had to help her with that sometimes. Let's see, next along is a bookshop. That seems like a good one. she's always reading.
Yes, but there are a few problems with books. Not quite sure what she has and hasn't read.
What about a gift card, then?
There's nothing as impersonal as giving someone a gift card. It's like saying I don't know enough about you to work out what you'd like. I know that's what you think. I know that's what a lot of people think, but oftentimes I'd rather just prefer to have a gift card. It's not a matter of knowing what I like and don't like. Like, if you know I like books, you're not going to know what my current reading history is. It is so much easier for me to just pick it out for myself.
That is something the media has misportrayed in an attempt to make people spend less on gift. Actually, no, not even that. I don't know. I hate that stereotype, though. Like, gift cards.
I'll just get some Zero with Maria for Leighton for their birthday.
If they ever start printing volumes 3 through 5 again.
Oh, well, I was thinking volume 7, but whatever.
There are 450 physical copies of Katawa Shoujo that exist, and it is impossible to buy them.
The fuck?
I don't know why I remembered that, but there were 450. There were 50 made as a prototype, and then 400 were open for pre-orders through a French website. It's literally only in French and Japanese. There is no English.
It's a free game. I'm glad they were selling it anyways, but where do I...
It was sold at Japanese cons a couple years back.
Will they give me...
Cool.
Will they do a re-release?
No. I wish.
It's
I'm not sure 4 videos even exists
Is us
anymore.
and our... how many viewers do we have?
Yeah,
our
Katawa
CD
Shoujo
as our
is
viewer.
free.
Yeah,
but I mean, would you still buy a physical copy?
It's licensed under, what is it, Creative Commons?
Exactly.
How much did it cost when it came out?
I don't know. All I know is it was sold as a pre-order, and then you would pick it up at a Japanese convention center. And it was like specifically done by the people who did the French and Japanese translations with permission from.
It has its own wiki page.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Release, January 4th, 2012.
Also, what makes it even funnier is because it's technically a Games for Windows Live copy, it's impossible to actually play.
Oh, shit.
Any Games for Windows Live game is fundamentally broken now.
Wait, Windows Live? This was a thing?
A very short-lived and bad thing.
I guess Steam... Was Steam around then?
Nope.
No. Well, 2012?
Maybe.
Steam was not old enough. Oh wait, no, I made up that Games for Windows Live thing. I'm looking at this edit, I keep fucking seeing the cover. Anyways, yeah, there's a French and Japanese physical copy.
I always thought of it as making sure they got what they wanted.
Giving people gifts is supposed to show them the level of affection you have for them. If you can't decide on a simple gift for them, then how much could you think of them?
What are you, a dating sim? Right. No gift cards. Lily seems overly passionate about this, but I can see her point. If you're going to get something for someone, then you should at least put some thought into it. If I want to get something for Hanako that reminds her of us every day, then what good is a gift card? In that case, what did you get Hanako last year?
A porcelain doll. I thought that if she had someone to talk to, it might help ease her pain. A doll isn't ever going to criticize her, after all.
So should I be looking for a doll shop?
If you could be so kind as to keep a lookout for one, I would be grateful.
Wait, don't get
Sounds good to me, though. I'd wish you'd mentioned it earlier.
I mean, do you like getting another stuffed animal? Like...
I mean,
it fits for certain people, but...
I know
you guys would like a Spampton plush.
I'm about to spend so much money on those Amori plushies that are coming out on Friday.
4 days.
Like, so much money.
The whole collection.
Omocat about to bleed my wallet dry. Yeah, they're coming out on Friday.
Random Omo.
Wait a minute.
Plushie. Is this a bingo
Amori
square?
reference is a bingo square.
Oh, fuck.
There we go. Yeah, it's Friday. Can't win to window shop because I have no money. Hey, me and you both, CD.
Just take out a loan.
What do you need this loan? Amori plushie.
I need to...
I'm sorry. Amori plushie. Leo.
But if I did that, then you wouldn't have started thinking for yourself, would you?
Once again, Lily has a point. My brain is currently analyzing every store we pass for gift options. If Lily had mentioned a doll shop to begin with, I wouldn't have thought of anything else.
Hey, we've seen this background before.
Oh.
Deja vu?
Giving me flashbacks.
Deja vu. I've been feeling the space
Hey, Lily,
before.
want to go to an art gallery?
And I know it's my time to go.
Isn't the 21st corner around? Wait, what was it?
22nd.
22nd corner.
The second corner.
We wander through the city streets, but seem unable to find anything that resembles a doll shop, or anything I could consider a fitting present. The simple act of searching is starting to clear my head. The events of last week are starting to fade away, and I'm looking forward to giving Hanako her gift. If I can find one, that is. Murabashi. Fuck. How do you say?
I don't know.
Mubanashi? I don't know.
Mubanashi. I can look up.
Ubanashi.
Mudabanashi. This is hopeless. I thought we'd be able to find something in the city for sure. And I'm sure we've walked down this street at least once before.
That almost sounds like you're giving up, Hisao.
I'm not, but it's a lot harder than I thought.
Try not to be so restricted in your thinking. Maybe we should actually go into some of the shops and have a look around.
That might work.
Hold
I've
on.
never really been any good at window shopping.
Is Dame?
Dame,
word
Dame.
Oh, it is. It's a word for useless. Doesn't like Dio say it when he spams punches?
No,
Says
that's
that in
Muda,
Muda.
which means useless.
Wait.
I think
Doesn't
Dame
Dame
is
Dame
like,
then. Oh, hopeless. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna go have fun with
so foolish.
Google Translate. You guys, yeah. You keep reading, please.
Lily and I circle around the city streets once more, this time popping into stores that catch our attention. In the end, though, nothing comes up as especially appropriate. Hanako's tastes are often hard to pin down at the best of times, thanks to her intensely private nature, and those tastes we do know are hard to accommodate.
May I take a break for a minute? I'm a bit exhausted.
I agree, and leave Lily to rest against a railing while I go get a couple of drinks from a nearby vending machine.
Tsukihime.
huh?
She is the blonde girl.
Uh-oh.
There's a very iconic picture.
Is it the starting scene?
Of Arcuid sitting on a railing
against a railing.
towards the beginning of Tsukihime. We have a blonde girl and a railing, and that's enough for me to make the reference.
At least she isn't dead.
At least she isn't.
Oh, good point. Makes a fair argument.
After walking up to the vending machine and grabbing myself a lemonade, I find myself at a bit of a loss. Not really knowing Lily's taste, I decide to take a guess and grab something that seems a little girly but not too weird. Strawberry flavored milk.
You could have just asked her.
Back. I walk up to her and place the carton into her outstretched hand, just making sure she has a grip on it before letting go. She feels out its contours before opening it and taking a very tentative sip, her approving smile afterwards telling me I made the right choice. We both rest and have a quiet drink for a few minutes. A familiar soft ringing begins to sound from Lily's side. She quickly apologizes as her hand goes into her pocket, pulling out her mobile phone.
Do you mind if I take this?
Yes. It's fine. Don't worry. She nods to me before turning away and flipping the cell phone open, bringing it to the side of her face as she picks up the call. Going by the tone of Lily's voice, the person on the other end is no doubt some friend or another. I tune out their conversation pretty quickly as the snippets that Lily says make it sound like a little more than gossip. Without much else to do, I find myself watching Lily. She really is a pretty girl, which would hardly hurt her popularity in school.
It's literally not her route. Fuck off, Isao.
Didn't we have made a bunch of comments about that? How this route at the beginning seemed to be advertising Shizune's route?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's advertising Hanako's. It's like, still, stop going with Hanako.
You know, at this point, it's so common, I'm starting to think it might be deliberate. I'm starting to think it may have been an actual conscious decision on the writer's part.
Maybe you're supposed to play Hanako's route first to dip your toes in and get interested in the other characters.
I always got
it
the
does
impression
seem like Hanako's is the biggest one.
It's like, in terms of length on that flowchart you sent me, is second last.
Let me clarify, popularity.
Oh, it's very much. So what's actually interesting about how popular Hanako's route is back when I was first playing Katawa Shoujo, I sort of dismissed Hanako's route. I was like, oh my god, it's so popular. Everyone doesn't shut up about it. It's probably super overhyped, only to be very much proven wrong. Which is why earlier when you guys are like, wow, this route has just made me more excited for Lilies, I was like, just wait.
Oh, that's when you
now,
were saying.
Now, who knows if you guys if it gets the same?
No, I'm assuming it gets really good. It seems like Hanako's is going to be a slow boil.
It's very much a slow burn.
Blast of steam in your face.
It is very much a slow burn. I do really hope we get to a certain scene tonight. Which is why let's try.
Well, then let's try and get to that scene then.
Because at the moment, I will let you guys know we have
just read
3 scenes in total.
Read.
It's interesting just how much Hanako and Lily contrast with each other in both personality and appearance. For a few minutes, I just leaned back and drank, watching her. Before long, Lily says her goodbyes to the person she's talking to and hangs up, placing her phone back in her pocket and leaning back against the railing as before.
Sorry, just a friend from class.
I take one final swig from my can before throwing it into the bin. Lily gives me her carton to throw away soon after, finishing it off relatively quickly.
You know, I have I have figured out how I voice Lily now, but I'm really not sure if she's British. Like, I can't tell what accent I'm doing with her anymore.
Don't worry about it.
European.
I mean, I haven't picked any accents, so it's just whatever it is.
You seem to have a lot of friends.
Oh?
This makes me sad.
Lily waits for me to continue. Her interest peaked. I was just thinking that you and Hanako really contrast heavily. It's hard to imagine Hanako doing a lot of the things you do, or knowing the people you know.
Okay, I gotta open up the window. It's getting very stuffy in my room.
While you're doing that, I hate to ask, but can we take 15-second break? I messed up my glasses.
Sure.
I do want to hear this. So.
I wonder if Omocat has put up listings for the plushies yet, or any other Twitter posts about it.
Probably not.
I really want to know what the price on the plushies is going to be so I can prepare myself.
For context, the Spamton plushie. Wait, which website is it through? Is it through Fangamer?
No, it's through Omocat's official website.
Oh shit. Okay, I would assume roughly $30 to $40 a plush.
Yeah, I would be okay. I hope it's 30, but you know.
I also would not buy all of them, but that's just me.
I'm gonna try to hold myself back, but I'm not gonna promise anything.
Good.
I'm gonna try, but oh, did you guys hear that a bunch of people got stolen copies of the Amori plushies and started illegally distributing them?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
illegally.
No, someone got a bunch of the art. No, I might not have just been. I know the plushies were affected, but I think some of her other art as well, that they did for the Amori stuff got stolen, and it has been being illegally distributed.
What has been being illegally distributed?
Oh,
Amori
some of
plushies.
Amori.
Oh,
artwork.
right, I saw that post. There's no. Oh,
I just want the plushies. I want them so much.
They do look good. Now go.
All right.
Love
You
the
seem to
plushie.
think about Hanako quite a bit.
Respect the plushie.
I don't know. It's just, she's mysterious, I guess. I kind of want to know more about her, which isn't that easy.
It almost sounds like you're doubting your relationship to her.
I don't think it's that. I just want to do more for her, being her friend and all. I don't even really know how she sees me. This statement seems to interest Lily quite a bit. I wonder if Hanako said anything about me to Lily during their conversations. I'm about to ask her what's on her mind as she picks herself up from the railing.
Shall we be off then?
Fuck you. Her voice and expression show me that she's playing games with me. Lily knows damn well that she's leaving me hanging. With a sigh, I pick myself off the railing as well as have a brief look around. We have stuff to do, so I'll just try and get back to her about it later. Tucked between a newsstand and a convenience store is a small shop. The sign above the door reads Othello's Antiques in decorative English script. It would be easy to miss if you were walking along the street, but since we're stationary and I'm purposely looking around, it's noticeable. Say, Lily, that doll you got, Hanako, was it new?
Well, yes, but I'm not quite sure what you mean.
I think I found our shop. It's across the road.
Oh? What is it? Some kind of toy shop?
It's an antique shop. I think it's probably going to be our best bet.
Really? I didn't even know we had one of those near here.
Neither did I. I missed it the first time we went by here. It's pretty well hidden.
Well then, can't hurt to check.
Inspired by this new find, we quickly dust ourselves off and head towards the store, Lily's hand finding its way to my elbow for guidance.
Oh,
the store has a strange musky scent to it. The layout is more like a garage than a store. Things are strewn about from floor without any immediate semblance of order. Whoa.
Another art style.
Oh, what? Who?
That's very different.
Yeah,
This looks like a painting.
It's like a Rin painting.
Yeah.
Hey,
Also,
it's
while
better
we're-
than that one painting, right, guys?
While we're on a tangent, I feel like air guitar. I know it's not, but air guitar feels like Lily's theme more than any other song I've heard
Is
so
this
far.
one air guitar?
Really?
This is air guitar, yeah.
I don't get the same impression, but
Same.
I
You
feel
know,
like
I've-
it's Lily related almost, but
and
not.
that's the funny thing. I never got the impression that any of the songs from the soundtrack were explicitly the theme of one character.
Fair. I don't think. I think it just fits
Right.
certain characters
Except
more
I
than
think
others.
they just
That
do
is
such a
what
good job of utilizing all the different all the different soundtracks in different places.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like the nurse's song and Kenji's song are like really obvious, but like,
Yeah,
Really?
that's hard to mistake.
That's funny. I mean, it literally only plays when he's out there, but I don't think A-E-I-O-U feels like the nurse's theme. It just feels like a weird song, which I
well,
guess
it just always I just
Kenji's
associate
theme
it
for
with
sure is tied to Kenji.
Yeah, it literally only plays when the nurse is there. Same with Kenji's theme.
So you agree with Kane on the raindrops and puddles angle?
What?
CD.
I was talking to CD, yeah.
Yeah.
CD said that he also feels like raindrops and puddles is associated to rain.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
Now I want to go listen to Cloudland Swing. You guys suck.
Cloudland Swing.
The shopkeeper gives us almost a bored look through his particularly small eyes. His face looks weary and tired, and his dress style is distinctly anachronistic. He gives us a polite nod of welcome before going back to his book.
I'm looking up what
the fuck is that crystal sculpture
No,
on the
Whiskers, no, I explicitly wasn't gonna comment on that.
right? What?
The anachronistic, that's how I've always pronounced it, and I was like, you know
Okay.
what, it's not worth going down that route.
It just means from like a
Anachronistic.
different time period. It's fine. Go on.
No, I have to look up the pronunciation now.
Oh, I was gonna
don't-
bring up
no.
the pronunciation.
Oh, okay.
Not that.
Well,
that-
I don't even bother with pronunciation
Hold on.
unless it's a different language.
Anachronistic.
If it's English,
okay.
I don't care.
Okay,
Anyways.
anachronistic.
Did you
whatever.
read this whole line?
No. Lily holds tightly onto my arm, and I find myself having to split my effort between making sure we don't miss a potential gift for Hanako, and making sure Lily doesn't inadvertently bump into anything. The task is quite difficult given the haphazard way the store is laid out, and the many things poking out of the shelves they're on or sitting on pieces of furniture, but eventually we safely arrive at an old desk covered in dolls and teddy bears. I think this is the right place. There's pretty much every kind of doll you could imagine here.
That should make the choice much simpler. Could you please pick one for me, Hisar?
Oh, Jack, I wanted to say that your new profile pic is fucking hilarious.
Hey,
What?
Agreed.
wait, I don't know how it's funny, but I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
Well, because it's based on that other one, right? That was actually in the game?
No, this was also actually in the game.
No, wait. No way. I thought it was...
It's cropped out. It's part of the zoomed out one. I found the full fucking PNG off the cutting room floor or something like that.
I thought you, like, drew that or something.
Nah, I wish I could draw.
Dude, it's so funny. That's in the game?
Yeah, it's like slightly cropped out of view in the full in game. It's slightly cropped out of view,
Oh,
but it's like on the top right of the doodle board. I'll upload the full thing.
I had a feeling it would come to this. I picture Hanako in my mind, and tried to imagine which of the dolls before me would best suit her. My eyes wander across the collection. Each one is as exquisite as the one before it. The sheer number of styles is boggling, but eventually one catches my eye. Here, what about this one? I pick up a small porcelain doll that appears to be at least somewhat affordable. Dressed in a Victorian-era green dress with a little brown hat sitting atop its blonde hair, it looks a little like Lily. I gently pass it to her, who delicately feels her way around the object while wearing a look of slight concentration.
It certainly feels beautiful. Do you think it would suit Hanako, in your opinion?
I think it would. It could look good in her room.
In that case, I'll trust your judgment. Will you be getting her something as well, or shall this be a shared gift?
I'm not sure. I think I should get something for her myself, but I don't think getting her another doll is such a great idea. Maybe. I let my voice trail off as I look around the shop. Resting on a writing table not far from us is a decorative box that catches my eye. Wait here. I think I found something.
My, that was fast.
I gingerly walk through a collection of crystal glassware and pick up a box. Wooden sides are covered in carvings depicting ancient battles around a castle. The top, however, looks far too familiar. Alternating squares of white and black varnished wood are arranged on the lid.
Oh crap.
Oh shit.
I think it should be either Whiskers or I. Or Caprice, you wanna just...
Caprice, I feel like you have a great elderly old dying man voice. Somewhere in the back of it.
Let's do it. I don't even know. Hold on, I gotta get off Apex. Just a moment.
I gotta get off.
Take your time, take your time.
Old man voice. I don't know if I've ever actually done that before.
That's a real nice item.
Wait, can I see him?
Can we? Yeah, there.
Oh God.
Yes.
How? Dude, I got Misha. That's it. I don't know anything else.
I don't have one either. Fuck. Did anyone do an old man voice?
Here.
That's a real nice item. It's a chess set from overseas.
There we go.
The store owner suddenly
jump scare.
I didn't see him approaching at all. Neither did Lily, but you know, she doesn't care.
Oh.
I suppose he's trying to help us because we don't really look like we know what we're looking for. Or on the other hand, maybe he wants to keep an eye on us because he suspects we might shoplift instead. I'm looking for a present for a friend. I see. In that case, this chess set would make a fine choice. Realization flooded into my mind. This is a pretty good looking set, but this is an antique shop. They're not well known for their bargain prices. How old is this? This is a reproduction. My best estimate is that it's about 5 years old. I see. How much? He thinks a little before telling me, which is slightly disconcerting. I'll let you take this now for 7,000 yen. I balk a little. I wasn't expecting to spend that much, but this does seem perfect. Then again, maybe that's a testament to how well he worked out how much he could make me pay. Couldn't make it 5,000? 5,500, no lower. I'm sold. Oh, we'd also like to get that doll. The store owner looks over my shoulder, focusing on Lily and the doll in her hands. His eyes narrow, and he visibly takes a moment to switch mental gears. In the process, his smile drops slightly. I guess that means everything in the store is not a reproduction. Are you quite sure you want that doll, miss?
I trust my friend's judgment.
I see. Oh, no offense.
None taken. If you could please wrap it up for me, it would be appreciated.
Yes, of course. But it is 20,000 yen.
$200? Alright.
What the fuck for a broken doll? Of course.
Lisby reaches into her purse and presents 4 crisp-looking 5,000 yen notes.
Here you are, 20,000 yen.
Probably can memorize things by touch. The storekeep dutifully
takes
them.
You know what's actually funny? I read something in something that they had us read back in elementary school about someone who was blind and would fold different banknotes in different ways so that they could tell them apart.
Oh, that's so smart.
That is very smart.
Did you read the whole line?
No.
Okay.
The storekeep dutifully takes them and the doll, and proceeds to the counter. I take Lily's arm to guide her there. Are you sure about this?
It's okay. I have the funds I need. As I said, I trust your judgment.
I feel a little guilty on 2 fronts. Firstly, because Lily has just spent a lot of money on my recommendation. And secondly, because I have a feeling the value of my gift isn't high enough. Nevertheless, Lily does seem to get somewhat awkward whenever the mention of money comes about. I hand the shopkeeper my present and the money for it in turn. He puts the cash into the register before busying himself with wrapping the doll and repeating the process on the chessboard. Eventually, he finishes the gift wrapping and hands us both our presents. Please be careful on your way back, and do come again. Thanks.
Indeed. Thank you very much.
The store owner bows deeply to us as we leave.
Well, it did take us all day. We found something in the end.
Fuck.
That we did.
Hold on. Sorry. I looked down for a second to look at the chat on this stream. That we did. Now that the presents are wrapped, I'm feeling a little impatient to give them to Hanako. It's a common reaction to buying gifts, wanting to see the reaction of the receiver as they discover what it is. And part of me wants to return to Hanako, just to confirm her condition with my own eyes. So, should we head back?
Yes, we've done a lot of walking today, so I shan't mind taking a rest back at the dormitories.
Lily's right. Now that the need to find a shop is over, my legs are feeling quite tired. Well then, back to the school for us. I'm looking forward for resting a bit too. Lily holds out her arm, and I link hers with mine. Together we make our way back to the bus stop.
We love that song.
Muto reads equations and formulas to us one by one, in his usual unenthusiastic monotone directly from the book.
Yeah, it's a really long scene, CD.
Hold on, this one doesn't make sense. In his usual unenthusiastic monotone directly from the book.
It should be voice, but
there's like tone maybe.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think they're using monotone as a noun. They're using monotone as a noun in this sentence,
which is technically proper, but it's still not natural.
It's just not the way you would almost ever use it.
Yeah.
It's possible that he might be excited about what he teaches us. Sometimes he can display an awkward spark of passion for it, as if he's starting to get into the material. However, most days, however, are like this one. What we're covering is fairly simple, so I find it increasingly difficult to keep my concentration on him. It's not too long until my legs begin aching, which only begins to make it harder. I'm almost starting to regret walking around the city yesterday with Lily. Since leaving the hospital, I've done very little physical exertion. Walking to and from the local corner store hardly counts. Despite Emmy's attempts when I first arrived in Yamaku, I have largely given up on the idea of ever returning to my old level of fitness. I have little doubt that that's why walking around town for so many hours has made me quite so sore. It's depressing, and it reminds me of one more thing I can't do since I had my heart attack. It makes me feel pathetic.
No. Ikazola.
It's odd for Muto to ask Hanako a question, but not unheard of. She quickly jumps to her feet, a little startled, and immediately pins her eyes onto him. She knows that Muto calling on her is so rare, so all of the eyes in the classroom are going to be on her. This way she doesn't run the risk of making eye contact with anyone else.
Yeah.
In this particular example of a redox reaction, the combustion of methane reaction actually produces one more product than is listed. That product is...
Even though it's a softball question, she timidly waits a bit before answering, biting down slightly on her lower lip as if to keep her concentration.
Heat?
Well done. This is an exothermic reaction, with the reaction giving more heat than is put into it.
Receiving a nod from Muto, Hanako takes her seat once again and gives a relieved sigh. A shaky start, but it's something. It'll be nice to take her out for her birthday, somewhere different from the usual isolation of her room and the tea room. With the progress she's made until now, I don't think she'll have much of a problem going to the city.
Oh.
Oh? Now let's just go.
Right then. The remainder of this class, I'd like you to work in groups of 3 or 4 on the problem in Chapter 12. I'll be here if you need me. This is not the voice I used to do
3 or
for
4. No, it's not. Whatever.
I don't remember the
It'll
voice
change.
I used to do for Muto, so we're going with this now.
I never remember any of my voices either, so don't worry.
Yeah, but Emmy always sounds consistent anyways, so...
Oh, well, well, it probably wasn't between the first times. I was also talking about when I do videos.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Muto sits behind... Oh, Jesus, my brain is deteriorating. Muto sits down behind his desk, pulls some loose sheets out of a folder, and starts on some kind of paperwork of his own. I thought teachers were supposed to do that kind of thing after class, not during it.
Sure.
Ah! Jump scare.
Jump scare.
Double jump.
Priest Misha's here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Regardless, I look to
Pink
my
alert,
right
pink alert.
to pick out someone to form a group with. Given the 2 smiling faces hovering near mine, I don't think I'm gonna get much of a say in the matter.
Smiling faces, are you sure?
I suppose we have a group then.
Hee-chan, you want to work together? Okay. That's great. It's really been a while.
Sure has.
No, how could we talk you into the student council?
Yeah. Every damn time.
The class begins the process of noisily shuffling the desks around, with Shizune doing the same as she puts hers in front of mine. She's a little lucky to not be able to hear the din of the classroom, which is loud enough to cause some discomfort. Truth be told, working with Shizune and Misha is probably a good outcome. Shizune and I are pretty good at the subject, and Misha has really nice handwriting. As I look to Misha, I notice a tall figure standing behind her. The shadow catches Misha's attention as well, and she turns to face the dark-haired observer.
Good afternoon, Hanako.
What?
I think he said it. Or howdy.
Yeah.
It was very far.
It was
Oh,
it was
what?
really
What?
far.
It was just weird.
That's,
like
I'm like a foot. I didn't move. How
I
far?
think your
Weird.
mic just did like a weird, or Discord did a weird thing where it just.
Howdy.
There we go.
Shizune finally notices Hanako. After looking up and following the gazes of Misha and I, in quick measure, she taps Misha on the shoulder to get her attention before signing away. ...
No, you just gonna fucking skip me over, huh? I'm not that unimportant.
No, it's so quick that I know you're gonna get it anyways.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
trying to keep the pace up. Leave me alone. That is a bingo
I
square,
continue.
by the way. ... Yep.
Forever and always. I'm out of the room.
You know, one day we're gonna get 3 Shizunes out and not have those anymore.
What the fuck was that?
It's so I have to like commit to a word.
No, I get it.
Did you just like sneeze in Misha's voice?
I was doing the first word, and then Jack started talking, so I switched from Shichon to shit. You see?
Oh.
Sounded really funny.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to hear back on the recording.
Shichon says, fuck. Shichon says shit. Shichon says, if you're looking for a group, you can join ours.
That was amazing. We got there eventually.
Oh. Hanako looks down and blushes a little at the offer.
Oh.
Out of all the people in the class, Hanako's most familiar with the 3 of us, so it's reasonable that she'd come to us first. Then again, her actually coming up to a group with the intention of joining them is something she apparently very rarely did before. She leaves briefly to drag her desk over, and Misha and Shizune reel back to me as soon as her back is turned. ...
See, I gave you time that time.
Dang.
I guess we get to play again, Hee-chan. You hardly ever play with us anymore.
I wonder why. You two always seem to have some ulterior motive. ...
That hurt, Hee-chan. I'd almost think you were insulting me. But it's Hee-chan, so I know that you're joking.
He's so bad.
Haha, such a great sense of humor about it. It'd be awful if someone were to take advantage of your good nature, like making you help them with their work. ...
Wahahaha!
1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Shizune seems excited for instance. A little surprised that I'm willing to challenge her. Sees Hanako coming back, she backs off with a smile. I guess the mind games.
We just gonna keep going?
I mean,
Yeah.
Fuck
I
it.
don't know.
Hanako gently sets her desk down in front of Misha's. Moves her whole desk? Okay. Her eyes are locked down. I'm left wondering why until I look around the class. Most are busy setting up their own groups, but a few are casting curious glances at her. At this range, it's hard to tell whether that is where their interest in her ends or if they're talking about her as well.
You back,
Oh,
Rock?
I am. Sorry, my dogs just wanted in.
You good? I never
No.
want to do that voice. That hurts to do.
What? It's
He's
strange.
okay, boy.
No one bats an eyelid when Hanako runs out of class to avoid group work. Now that she's making an effort, they're staring at her as if she's done something wrong. We all move to sort ourselves out, spreading our textbooks and worksheets around the larger surface created by the 4 joint desks. It isn't long before the class as a whole gets down to work.
Apparently, Hold Up Gotta Let My Dog/Cat Out was also a bingo square demo.
Makes sense.
Yep. Sounds about right.
I'm just speaking in Hisao's voice, it's weird.
You'll do that, it happens. She's
Hi,
the way a voice
Hanako.
acting.
Dang it.
Hi, Hanako. It's nice to finally work with you.
Yeah. ...
Are you the reason Hee-chan has been avoiding us lately? Shi-chan says it's a little rude, but if Hee-chan wanted to spend time with a cute girl, it's understandable.
I don't think it's like that.
Hanako starts to fidget, unused to this kind of attention. I think that an ordinary person would drop the conversation by now, but Misha is like the antithesis of Hanako. Part of that includes being blind to ordinary social cues, while Hanako is overly sensitive to them. Because of that, Misha barrels ahead with the questions, too quickly for me to get a chance to interject and guide the discussion to somewhere more comfortable.
Really? So, he wasn't hanging out with you yesterday?
No?
I can feel my cover being blown already. Lily didn't want Hanako to know that we were out buying presents for her, let alone planning out her birthday party. It'd be good for her to find out. Yeah, I was doing something else. You know how it is.
Really? I wonder what was so important for Hee-chan to blow us off like that. If it wasn't to spend time with Hanako, then what could it be? It's really interesting.
Now this is starting to feel like an interrogation. I'm surprised at how Misha is able to exert such a feeling of pressure without actually intending to.
What? You with Lily?
Out of nowhere, Hanako manages to stumble on the answer. She may be dreadfully quiet and shy, but she's very intuitive. What makes you say that?
1 second. Well, that was a bad time to start trying sunflower seeds. Yep. Yesterday.
I see. Maybe it's in character.
Something similar. ...
Suspicious! Hee-chan, I demand that you explain yourself.
Hey, shouldn't we be doing the assignment?
But it's so mysterious. Even Hanako wants to know.
I looked at turn at Hanako. It's true. From the expression on her face, it's obvious that she wants to know as well. And I think we're past the point where I could weasel out of having to provide an explanation. I apologize to Lily in my mind. She really did want to keep it a secret, but now it doesn't seem possible anymore. I feel a rush of conflicting emotions, so jumbled I can't really readily identify them, but they crash around in my head as I try to calm down and speak.
Imagine he starts having a heart attack right now.
And there's a heart attack joke.
Oh,
That's
God,
another bingo
right.
square.
I have to remember that could happen.
He just pretends that it's happening so that he can get out of talking.
You see? Fine, I'll tell you the
my
truth.
heart.
My heart.
I have to
the
go
doctor's
now.
Office and just tells the nurse, like, you've got to keep me in here for a while. The alternative is worse.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm having a heart attack. I'm gonna have to leave for a while. Anyways, be right back.
All right, I'll tell
Goes
you.
and plays Apex
I went
Legends.
into town with Lily, but it wasn't. What? Oh, fuck.
Just goes hangs out with Lily again.
Not what it looked like.
Makes the situation worse. He's how it would.
Lily, I need help. They're onto us. God,
Did you not read that last one?
no, I was cut
Didn't
off.
finish it.
I went into town with Lily, but it wasn't what you think. Lily and I were, for Hanako's birthday, we were. Cat is out of the bag, but it looks like Hanako's taking a little better than I thought she would. A brief silence passes around our little group as Shizune and Misha look at each other sheepishly. I can tell they didn't expect their game to turn out like this. Misha looks up to Hanako in order to apologize, then pauses. Hanako is staring at the middle of her desk and barely moving. A maudlin expression on her face. I guess I was wrong about her taking it well.
You've seen that word twice and I still don't know what it means. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Maudlin.
Maudlin. Self-pityingly or tearfully sentimental, often through drunkenness.
I mean, you want to use a word?
Hanako
You
is
wanna use a
drunk.
word.
I guess.
Hanako.
There's a few seconds pause, but Hanako lifts and shakes her head.
It's alright.
Her expression looks odd, like she's very tired. That doesn't seem natural, but it's nothing alarming. Nobody really wants to continue with the current conversation, so we open up our textbooks and begin our group work. This is pretty dull. While the equations we're supposed to work out as a group will take a while, most of it is going to be boringly mechanical. It also doesn't...
playing Iron Cage?
It doesn't...
God,
fucking hell.
I could see why. Sorry.
It also doesn't help that while that didn't go as bad as it could have, it has left an awkward atmosphere hanging around us. Still, we manage. Shizune's face betrays that she has about the same expectation of our work as I do, and the two of us begin to write our group's results. Misha, on the other hand, is scrunching up her lips and visibly trying to make heads or tails of what we're doing. Hanako is looking on quietly, absorbing what we write and what I say. She usually has the same expression when the teacher speaks. It's a shame her attendance is so unreliable. With the way she takes in information, I think she'd do quite well in class. If she actually followed lessons regularly. I wonder if this might be why Shizune seems so hard on her.
Hey, Hanako, do you understand this?
Misha looks to Hanako, but I suspect her help is more to find a comrade in ignorance rather than genuine help.
Not really, I guess.
I'm surprised by how tense she is in answering, but she settles back down. She breathes out, and the way her upper body and lower head reminds me of a What? And the way her upper body and head lowered...
Oh, lower, okay.
Okay, I read that wrong. And head lower remind me of a deflating balloon. You okay? I could go over this bit if you want. Hanako shakes her head slightly. But then again, I don't think she needs the extra explanation despite what she said. Misha quickly interjects, entirely oblivious, and I end up going slowly through how we ended up at one of our results, step by step. Times like this remind me that this kind of work may not be mechanical for everyone, but rather feels that way to me due to my grasp of the subject. It's a satisfying feeling. As Misha brings her bald fist onto an open hand in realization, I discover another nice feeling. My explanation got through to her, and she manages to work out the next equation by herself with a minimum of guidance. Throughout all of this, Hanako is unusually unresponsive. She's normally very quiet, but one can still see her eyes roving periodically over the landscape of the classroom in front of her, or anxiously moving her hands in some way, or shifting her shoulders periodically. Right now, these small movements that I've gotten used to seeing are all missing. Someone not moving at all is definitely weird. Even Misha can tell there's something wrong.
Hi, Misha.
Hanako, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm alright.
A little more strongly this time, but she turns away as she says it. It only makes me doubt her answer. Yet at the same time, I can tell she doesn't want to talk about it further. Having already had one very awkward conversation today that I'm still not fully over, I don't want to pursue the matter too much either. We settle back into our routine, debating over our answers whenever a doubt comes up. But as time goes on, I notice that Hanako isn't talking at all. It's frustrating. She had made so much progress. It makes me a little angry at Shizune sorry, my brain is starting to collapse. It's very late here.
Whenever you need to say, it's just Mishune.
It makes me a little angry at Shizune and Misha for undoing the surprise Lily had wanted to keep secret so much. I know I'm at fault too. Maybe I could have kept it under wraps somehow.
Definitely coulda.
Shizune has noticed Hanako's silence as well and is also getting antsy. I can see it on her face. It's strange that even though she's deaf, Shizune has perceived Hanako's unusual quietness sooner than Misha.
Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Is it real? Is it a big deal that he was hanging out with Lily? Is that odd?
I mean, no, because she started acting awkwardly once she found out they were getting her a birthday present.
Okay.
So my immediate assumption is the accident might have been on her birthday. but I'm sure.
I did wonder. They said something about getting her good birthday memory specifically. So, I don't know. Candles, fire. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I guess we keep reading.
Yeah.
Oh, we finished that though. Leo, you can go. Wait, is there TV folks?
Hanako, you're too quiet. You have to contribute too. Someday we might work on a bigger project, like one that's so big it's worth celebrating afterwards, like with ice cream or cake. If you act like this, we won't take you along.
I can tell that they're trying to tease her to bring her out of her shell, but I don't think that kind of approach will work on Hanako. It will just make her feel worse. Guys, don't tease her like that.
Hee-chan, it's all in good fun. Shi-chan says she's teasing everyone anyway.
They do back off, though, with Misha moving away from the issue by asking me a question again. On seeing how difficult the problem she is working on is, I don't know whether it was a skillful dodge or mere coincidence. It takes way more of our time than necessary because Shizune keeps disagreeing with me while I'm trying to explain it to Misha. Misha's quick to believe her over me. So quick, in fact, that she forgets to translate what Shizune is saying. Hey, the clock is kind of ticking down. We should speed up a little.
Hee-chan, you sound a little like Shi-chan there.
Just because I looked at my watch? Jeez. Is that really all it takes? Time management and suddenly I'm the student council president?
Uh-oh.
I look at Hanako's desk to see how she's doing, and freeze. Our papers are covered in equation, but Hanako's only halfway there. It seems like she hasn't written anything in the past 20 minutes. When I realize that, I want to kick myself for how dumb I've been. I should have known that someone as fragile as Hanako wasn't just going to brush off whatever happened so easily, but I'd been too eager to move on from an awkward situation to notice. She has been slowly shutting down for the past half an hour, and I had no clue. Her pen is still in her hand, but she doesn't slowly spin it around like she usually does. There isn't a single idle movement from Hanako. Only the fact that she tries to inch away when she feels Shizune, Misha, and me looking at her tells me that she is even still conscious. We look away, and at least in my case, it's partly out of shame that it's gotten to this point. Though on the outside, she's shut down almost completely. I know that it's a different story on the outside. What?
Oh, on the inside.
Shit.
Oh, wait, man. Keep going.
What kind of things could she be thinking about as she tries harder and harder to shrink into herself, as if by willing it she could somehow disappear? Everyone is looking at her now, stealing quick glances in between putting the finishing touches on their work. Misha attempts to ask her what's wrong, but that only makes the problem worse. If she weren't frozen to her seat, she probably would have run out of the room by now. Misha's questions are loud enough to be heard throughout the entire classroom, and for a second I'm ready to snap at her because I can only imagine how much worse it's making Hanako feel. Of course, if I were to do that, it would only make the situation worse. I believed that Hanako had gotten stronger, and she has. But it wasn't enough, and I was too eager to believe it. Now she's terrified, alone in the middle of the classroom. There's nothing I can do without drawing more attention to her. It's infuriating. Misha's worried, and even Shizune is biting her lip. None of us know how to deal with this situation, so I decide to call on Muto. His judgment would probably be better than ours. I look up and manage to catch his eye, silently motioning for him to come over. I want to make as little fuss about this as possible, since if there's anything that would make this worse, it's more attention being focused on her. I know that Hanako can see everyone staring at our group, specifically at her, because they know if there's a problem, it has to be her. Everyone knows her, and it's the first thing anyone's mind would lead to. Her unusual reputation for being truant has marked her as an unusual person, even unusual Yamaku. Who knows how many times they've stared at her before. Maybe it's because she's seen this class staring at her so much that she fears their gazes like she does, cowering from them. The time it takes Muto to walk over must be like an eternity to Hanako, and she looks like she's about to fall over. Muto quietly begins to ask what's wrong before catching himself as he sees Hanako.
Priest.
Did we upset her?
Don't worry.
Muto bends down after calming Misha and looks intently at Hanako's face.
Hi, Ikazawa. Can I help you at all?
His voice is hushed and gentle, everyone acting so differently around Hanako now that the whole classroom has noticed something's wrong with her. Hanako doesn't respond, so Muto gently rests a hand upon her shoulder. She starts shaking at his touch, but won't even look up. Hanako continues to stare into the equations on her desk, vision so unfocused I doubt she even sees them. She's worse than before. I remember that not even an hour ago she was able to talk to him almost normally. Muto grimaces a bit as he stands again. And now that his expression's changed, I can see he wasn't exactly unaffected by what happened either. He takes a breath to settle himself before speaking in a very quiet voice. I'm a little impressed at how quickly he takes control of the situation.
Is that it? Nothing's wrong then?
Muto seems to say that to no one in particular. However, his words sound convincing enough that most of the people who were looking over at Hanako now turn away, getting back to their work. He gives a quick glance to his left and right. Several people at the desks around us are still staring curiously, but other than that, we seem to have escaped attracting too much attention. Muto notices me doing the same as him and smiles a little, in his usual stilted way.
I think, for Ikazawa's sake, that it would be good to quickly take her somewhere away from others. Nakai, Akamichi, could you please take Ikazawa out of the classroom? I'll keep everyone here settled, so please don't worry about anything but her, okay?
He looks at Misha to tell her to interpret her words for Shizune, but she's already finishing her translation by the time he does. It's remarkable how little thought she needs to sign, as she still looks quite dazed otherwise. Nodding, Shizune and I stand to move to either side of Hanako. Muto steps back to allow us some room, and talks to the table behind us as some people there begin to mutter to them between themselves about what's going on. We look at each other before lowering ourselves in unison, taking one arm around each of our shoulders and lifting. The two of us begin to walk, at a slow pace to make sure we don't inadvertently hurt her. As much as we try to make this look normal, I'm quite sure there wouldn't be many more gazes on us I'm quite sure there would be many more gazes on us if not for Muto's distraction. Eventually, thankfully, we reach the door and go through. Nobody's
Now is not the time.
Alright, bingo up that stupid painting.
I was about to say it.
Nobody's outside, so we walk down the hallway. It doesn't seem like it's making her more at ease than she was in the classroom. Finally, I asked if she just wants to sit down. For a while, we simply stay in place and wait for her to say something. Shizune tentatively rubs Hanako's shoulder a little, but there's no response. Eventually, she shakes her head a little when Shizune tries again. Both of us are looking at her, so we pick up on it immediately. Shizune's hand comes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shizune's hand again comes to rest on Hanako's shoulder as she awakens, her face lifting to two very worried and anxious people looking at her. She looks at us silently for a while. I'm initially worried she might freak out or do something extreme, but those fears prove unwarranted as her expression slowly changes from an almost lifeless blank stare to a more normal withdrawn shyness. She wordlessly lowers her head, her eyes evasively moving to the side. She looks embarrassed, almost ashamed. I want to say something, anything to help. I can't though. I don't really know what just happened, or even what caused it. I feel helpless and ashamed of myself for not being of any use. Shizune sighs before looking at me. Even without words, I can tell what she's asking. I'll take Hanako to the nurse. Is that okay by you? I try to communicate my intentions through hand gestures, but I don't feel like I managed to get through to her very well. Shizune makes a dreary face in response to my gesticulations, confirming my impression. She stabs her finger in the air decisively, first at me, then at Hanako, and then towards the stairs. She waits for me to nod before pointing at herself and then pointing at the door to the classroom. I get the feeling that Shizune is much better at this than I am. I nod at her, since her plan is, after all, the same as mine. Shizune gets ready to make her exit, but she only leaves after looking at Hanako for quite some time. Are you okay with me taking you to the nurse's office? Hanako doesn't say anything or nod, but stands up in place by herself. And when I begin to walk, she obediently follows. I've read about people being catatonic before, but I think this time I'm seeing it for myself. She looks extremely tired. After everything that's happened, it's not a surprise. After Hanako silently takes off her shoes and lies on the bed of the infirmary, the nurse and I take our leave. He shuts the curtain behind us. We both take a seat and I quietly and thoroughly go through everything that happened, in quite some detail. I want to understand what happened, and the nurse had as good a chance as anyone of knowing. He nods throughout my explanation, his face looking troubled as I finish.
It must have been very troubling for you to have seen all this.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. I get that she fainted, but I don't really understand anything about why it happened or why she's acting like this. Nods, but his face is clouded. You don't know either?
Well, yes and no. It's complicated. I assume with the concept of patient confidentiality at some point. This is a bit of a minefield in that respect. I'm gonna put this pretty bluntly. This is a matter for Ikezawa, me, and her therapist.
I move to protest, but think better of it. I want to deny what he says, but if I think this through rationally, what he says makes perfect sense. Wakarimashita.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Good. Good.
Wait,
Check it out
Mashita? That would be
more.
like past tense.
But I think what Ikezawa needs right now isn't somebody bragging with the past or her emotions. She just needs somebody to be there for her. She needs a friend. For what it's worth, I think you've done well in bringing her here. Sounds like you and your friends dealt with the situation well too. I'd give you a lollipop or a sticker as a reward, but you might be a little too old for either.
He gives a cocky grin, obviously trying his best to lighten the atmosphere. I'm not really in a laughing mood, but he does manage to get a smile out of me. Thanks. Do you mind if I stay here with Hanako?
I appreciate the thought, but I think it would be better to let her rest for now. She'll be led back to her dormitory room this evening. See, visit her then.
I agree with him before standing. It feels like all I can ever do around the nurse is humbly agree to what he says. But it was the same with the doctors in the hospital too. The walk back to the classroom is a long one, my mind feeling heavy under the weight of so many things happening so suddenly. Even as I re-enter the classroom, I'm thinking about Hanako. My stomach feels as if like it's turning in knots while I think about how to deal with her. I still don't know what I'm going to say when I see her again. Thankfully, the class doesn't pay me much heed. There are a couple of questioning glances, but overall not many people seem to be very aware of what happened. Muto raises his eyebrows to get my attention when I pass by his desk.
Nakai, I take it Ikazawa is in the infirmary now.
Yeah, I took her there, and the nurse said I should let her rest. Muto nods, assuring me that I made the right call. He scratches his chin for a second before rising from his desk.
Everyone, I want you to continue with the exercise. Nakai, I'll see you in the hallway, please.
His speech is hushed, but overall, he doesn't seem to be acting too differently from how he usually does. Being a teacher, maybe it's to be expected. As we go out into the hallway, I notice him taking a quick glance left and right to check if there are any students milling around.
Okay, now's a good time. Fucking ugly ass painting.
Oh, that was a nice resetter on the mood.
The hallway is nearly soundless, but I can't think of anything except waiting for Muto to speak.
Nakai, what do you think the purpose of this school is?
To cater to the needs of disabled students? Muto scratches his head as he shakes it.
No, if we wanted to do that, we would have built a whole new school from scratch. One floor, talking whiteboards, that kind of thing. Look around, Nakai. This school is about giving you all a future that you would have been denied in regular education.
Huh?
Think of it this way. If we wanted you to graduate and go straight into a hospital, do you think we'd put in this much effort?
The bluntness of Muto's statement temporarily stuns me, causing me to forget about the immediate situation. No.
That's right. We want you all to leave here useful members of society.
I'm not quite sure I follow you.
I have high hopes for you, Nakai. You're possibly the first student I've had that gets my lectures.
That isn't something a teacher should be admitting so freely.
You could easily take your studies of science well into university. Have you ever considered that?
I can't say I have.
Well, what have you considered? For your future, that is.
I can't say that I've put much thought into my future. For a moment, I'm distinctly reminded of Lily questioning me about the same subject. It's only been a little over 5 months since I was gasping for air on the ground. It's too soon for me to be thinking about the future. And besides, Hanako's problems seem much bigger to me right now. Muto gives a disapproving sigh before continuing.
Think of this place as an opportunity. Here you have boundless facilities, good teachers, plus the added bonus of the nurse and his staff. You should be doing nothing but thinking of the future.
Right. As I raise my head to meet his gaze, a thought occurs to me. It's almost like Muto's totally sidestepped the issue at hand. Excuse me, but why don't the staff seem to care when Hanako skips classes? I've seen you watch her walk out of the class more than once. Shouldn't you at least say something?
Well, Nakai, it's not really that simple. Every student here has special needs. If it weren't for that, then we wouldn't have a school here. For example, I wouldn't keep you in class if you were having trouble breathing, would I?
But that's not... Muto cuts me off before I can even think about finishing my sentence.
Ikazawa's case is much like that. But instead of CPR or a pacemaker, what she needs is time and space. The faculty was made aware of this from the day she arrived here. Thus, whenever she feels the need to leave class, we let her do so. And even though she isn't a star pupil, she seems to pass all of her exams, so it hasn't affected her ability to study. Isn't that enough?
I open my mouth to protest, but I can't find a fault in his argument. While her condition does, at first, seem to be a wholly psychological.
Physiological. That is an important distinction.
While her condition does at first seem to be wholly physiological, its worst effects have been on her psyche. It still puts me off, though. Isn't he just passing on the responsibility for her problem? Surely she can't go through this...
Dog.
Surely she can't go like this for her entire life. Okay, 1 second, I need to take them out real quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll be back.
I love it.
Do you want us to wait?
He's gone.
I understand that you might not be used to
That's
this
my
kind of
line. You don't need to say that one.
Do it anyways. We're doing a line stealing
I
night.
understand that you might not be used to this kind of thing yet. It's been a big change for you. That said, it's less than a year until graduation now. Maybe you won't have to get used to this school. If you keep your head down, I'm sure you'll do well enough in your exams.
Okay, I'm guessing.
Yeah, fine.
Wait.
What?
I numbly nod, or simply acknowledge that I'm listening without agreement. I felt like I was getting used. Hold on, let's play.
Getting used to the school. What is it?
But
Going
it
back.
feels
Nice.
like it's just been thrown back in my face. You may go to the next line.
Oh, we're
Damn.
doing that? Alright.
But, what about Hanako?
I believe, well, I hope that she will perform well enough to do what she wants to do. What that is, I do not know. Not all students leave school with an idea of what they want to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, sunflowers.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. He takes care to emphasize the last word, as if it wasn't quite clear enough already.
Perfect.
It gives me a moment to mull his words over.
Today's been a troublesome day for you, and I doubt you'd be able to concentrate much after all that's happened. So I'll allow you to take the rest of the day off. Your grades have been good in this class so far, which makes me think you won't have any trouble catching up on what we've been doing.
He gives a small smile along with his praise, as if to make up for the seriousness of his lecture before now.
Go collect your things, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Right, thank you. Muto's roundabout speech has left my thoughts scattered far. I'm still not any closer to working out what I can do to help Hanako.
Alright, what happened?
Muto said you can go home for the day. You're a good student, and he also said, "Hey, stop being ableist."
Hanako,
Yeah,
or
that's pretty
anything
much it.
in my mind is all the more.
So,
Here.
I
Blah,
think
blah.
the importance of this question is more about him talking about students knowing what they want to do in the future.
Yeah.
Muto's roundabout speech has left my thoughts scattered. I'm still not any closer to working out what I can do to help Hanako. If anything, and... Oh, fuck it. I'm still not any closer to working out what I can do to help Hanako, if anything. And my mind is all the more confused after what Muto said. I'm also still bothered by the fact that Hanako was helped at least as much by Shizune, her enemy by proxy, as myself. But I don't know whether that is just male bravado or a genuine concern. While I collect Hanako and my things from the class, I continue to try and sort out my feelings. I want to say that I understand her, and that I'm there for her, but while I might have been able to say that just yesterday, I can't say it now. I wish I could. I lay on my bed, trying to collect my thoughts. After Hanako's panic effect...
Don't worry.
Oh, poor Marak.
I think we all need to remember that this is like literally the least professional environment that could be conceived.
No, I'm grading
Still.
y'all. Did I not mention that?
I like to be at least a bit coherent, but this day has been tiring and it's like
Right up
midnight
bee
here.
whiskers.
After Hanako's panic attack, I found myself fundamentally reassessing the relationship we share and what I know about her. I had a hard enough time dealing with 4 months in the hospital. One look at her scars tell me that she was in one for a lot longer than I was. Be that as it may, I know next to nothing about her past. She has told me about the house fire, but only in the most basic way. And what of her family? I still haven't asked Lily about that. There hasn't been a good opportunity to bring it up. I don't know where she grew up, or what her old school was like. Nor of her past friends, her wishes and ambitions. Not even her taste in music, food, and movies. All the little things that I knew about all of my old friends. Just what have I been doing for all this time I've been with her and Lily? In the distance, I hear the bells signaling the end of class. With any luck, Lily will soon realize that neither Hanako nor I are around and return to the dormitories. Oh shit.
He does have a
mobile
phone.
My mobile phone starts to ring, cutting my thinking short. It quite startles me, as I've rarely been called since coming to Yamaku. Hello, Isao Nakai speaking.
Oh, Hisao, I'm glad I found you. You weren't at any of our usual places, so I thought this would be the fastest way to contact you.
It's been like 2 seconds. I probably should have guessed it would be Lily, as she's one of the people I've given my number to. Even through the phone, her voice sounds slightly on edge. Hanako and I left class early. She had some kind of panic attack. The line goes silent. If it wasn't for the background static, I would have thought Lily had hung up on me.
I understand. Could you come to my room? I'd like to have a talk with you.
Sure. I'd appreciate the chance to have a bit of a talk, actually.
Good. Good. I also have some bad news. I think we should discuss this in person.
It's hard to grasp the seriousness of the situation from Lily's tone. She sounds so calm most of the time, but that could be a good or bad thing depending on how you look at it. Okay, I'll be right there. I collect Hanako's school things from my desk and head straight for Lily's room. I rap my knuckles on her door, and she soon calls me in.
A weird fucking way to describe it. I wrap my knuckles around her.
Lily sits on the table inside her room, looking a little worse for wear. I guess that's because of the bad news. Following her gesture of invitation, I sit across from her and lay Hanako's things on the table.
Well, there's no point in either of us waiting. Would you mind going first, Hisao? What happened today?
My memory of the incident is already beginning to fade, but I explain it as best as I can to Lily. Inviting Hanako to work with the group, Shizune and Misha's questioning, our foray to town getting discovered, and the subsequent panic attack. I had Shizune's reaction almost as an afterthought, but Lily seems to take some kind of comfort in hearing about it. I guess rivals don't become rivals for no reason. There must be some history there, but now isn't the time to explore it.
I see. She had said her therapist sessions were helping, but I had my doubts. It's quite a shame. Her birthday has caused problems before, but I had hoped that she would have improved with you around and the more intensive therapy. Where's Hanako now?
Last time I saw her, she was in the infirmary. I guess she's gone back to her room by now.
She wasn't in the library or the tea room when I checked, so I can only assume that too.
You said you also had some bad news. What's the matter? Does it concern Hanako? Lily shifts her position, the body's way of saying she's searching for the right words.
My aunt has fallen gravely
Huh?
ill. I'm afraid I'm going to be heading back to Scotland to visit her and to spend some time with my family.
What? Is she alright? When do you need to leave?
I'm not altogether sure of exactly how she's faring at the moment, though last I heard she was stable. I'll be leaving Saturday. It's the earliest flight that I could get.
I had a feeling about this.
Stable. That's code for needs to stay in the hospital. I've been stable long enough to know that. And to know that it doesn't necessarily mean someone is in good condition, but merely treading water. On the upside, stable is much better than critical condition. At least she's not on the brink of death. Stable. That's a relief.
Yes, but this means that I won't be here for Hanako's birthday. I wanted to tell you now so we could think of something before we told Hanako, but after today's events, I'm not even sure if there's going to be an issue if we simply cancel the party.
I don't think that's such a good idea. Hanako already knows that we were planning a party now. To go back on that seems like the wrong thing to do. Also, you should do something for your going away, right?
You make it sound as if I won't be coming back. If all goes well, I should only be away for a week, though possibly 2.
That's one relief at least.
With that in mind, what do you suggest then?
Given the circumstances, I don't think karaoke is really appropriate. You're not going away for the greatest of reasons, so having too much fun would feel wrong. What did you do for her birthday last year?
Last year, I literally couldn't get her out of her room. She locked the door. All I could do was leave food outside for her, making sure that she was at least eating well.
This is perhaps the most depressed I've ever seen in her Lily act. I feel sorry for her, given how defeated she must feel to be unable to help her closest friend. Perhaps it would be better to throw the party before you leave then.
That does sound like it would be the easiest option.
I think we should at least tell Hanako both about your trip and her party. I have her things from class as well.
That's a good point. Should we go and visit her now?
I think that'd be a good idea. Part of me is dying to see Hanako. The last time I saw her, she looked like death walking. And the last few hours have torn me apart just thinking about that.
It's really funny what gets a laugh out of Caprese in these sessions. Because I know he's not tuning into every little thing we're saying, but like, just like when he tunes in for a second and he hears something funny.
I love this song. Which song is this one?
Painful History, maybe? Oh, Moment of Decision.
Okay.
I was gonna say Painful History too. Don't worry. I don't know the sad songs well, for obvious reasons.
I know a lot of the names and I know all of the songs, but I could not tell you which one is which.
Destruction, Genshin Impact. Okay then.
What?
No, I typed in Moment of Decision or desk or whatever, and it was like
Desk.
Destruction, Genshin Impact. I was like, oh, okay.
Sounds like something out of Doom. We quietly get up and file out of Lily's room. Hanako's room is next door in the same hallway. Knocking lightly gets no response, but the door proves to be unlocked. Lily pauses for a moment as the handle unexpectedly moves under her hand before opening the door.
Alright, this is painful.
Ow,
history.
No,
it's Breathlessly, son of a bitch!
Whoa, wait, no, get the sensor ready. Oh,
No, there's no sensor we need.
oh, is breathlessly not always a lead up?
No.
Okay.
It is only
that genuine reaction of terror was awesome.
No, Hanako's route has exactly one H scene, and I know exactly there. It is very obvious leading up to it, like, and we may not even have to censor anything for it.
Right, because it's lore relevant. You go ahead.
Hanako's room is startling.
How do you say that?
Startlingly
Oh, okay.
bare and monotone. There are no decorations on the plain white wall, a plain dark blue blanket, only a few books, papers, and purely utilitarian items on the shelves.
CD, I almost think that's just because you know exactly what Painful History is. Didn't you say that was one of your favorite songs on the soundtrack?
Guys, come on. I will.
Even her bed sheets are monochrome. The entire room feels as subdued as Hanako's character. Hanako herself is lying curled up on her bed. She may not be crying now, but her eyes are closed tightly to stop herself, and the tracks left by her tears still sit on her reddened cheeks. I quietly walk in and set her bag down on her desk, afraid of startling her too much.
Hello, Hanako. Hisao told me about what happened today. You alright?
What the fuck am I gonna do with sad cowboy?
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, she's got cowboy boots on.
She actually does. Oh my god.
Well, we can't see all of them, but it'd be funny to imagine them with the little clinkers on them.
With the spurs.
Hanako's eyes open, though only a little.
Sad kind of
Oh, I'm okay.
That was perfect.
Perfect. She tilts her head to slightly look at me, noticing my grimacing before I can hide it.
Sorry for making you worry. Really, I'm fine now.
She really doesn't look nor sound okay. Though at least she seems more calm than she was before. She still looks as if the slightest breath could emotionally break her. I said it before, right? You don't need to be sorry for this.
He sounds right. I shouldn't have hidden something like a birthday celebration from you. I accidentally hit mute. Alright, cool.
I was like, wow, okay.
He was like, oh.
I see Hanako shiver at the word. Lily picks up on that silence that follows and crouches down to Hanako's level.
You know, I don't think Katawa Shoujo is quite as good about it as Undertale, but Katawa Shoujo is good enough at the whole utilizing the soundtrack thing that when they stop
when you
using
cut it out,
music,
Yeah.
it's
You're like,
really
oh,
effective.
son of a...
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one who should be sorry, Hanako.
Hanako's eyes open to peer at Lily. She looks at Lily for some time, taking in her face with those dark, analytical eyes of her. Lily must have made the right impression on her, as Hanako recovers enough to prop herself up on the bed and shift to sitting on its side. On its side?
On its side, yes.
Huh.
The bed
Hanako
side.
worries about... Was she not? No, never mind.
She was laying
Hanako
on the
wor-
bed, she's now sitting on the edge of the bed.
Yeah, Hanako worries about many things, but troubling others is foremost among them. Foremost. Okay. Hearing Hanako shuffling, Lily moves forward and feels out the side of the bed, eventually taking a seat beside her and taking Hanako's left hand in both of hers. The feeling of me being out of place when the two are together has lessened in the time that we've known each other. But it's still occasionally very much there. This is one of those times, I think. Lily, if you want me to go...
I don't want that.
Lily and I are both surprised at Hanako mustering her courage. A half-mumbled okay is all I can give her in reply, but I take her desk chair to sit in.
Hanako, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
So Lily's just gonna break the news now. With Hanako having affirmed our relationship so clearly, perhaps Lily thought the timing was good, or at least as good as it will ever be.
My aunt has fallen ill, so I need to return to my family for a time.
Concern replaces Hanako's remorseful expression.
Your family? You mean Scotland, right?
That's right. Akira and I will be leaving Saturday.
So you're going away?
I won't be gone for long. Probably only a week or two. I'll be back before you know it, and Hisa will be here, right?
That's right. I'm not going anywhere. Hanako seems to take only minor comfort in this, but she does manage to summon some resolve from somewhere inside her.
Is your aunt going to be alright?
I'm not sure.
Silence falls. It's depressing that the thing to truly bring Hanako out of her rut is another's misfortune. I decide to bring up the other matter that's brought us here, to distract, at least in part, from the dismal feeling permeating the room. Anyway, we were thinking that it would be a good idea to have a going-away party for Lily, and it could double as... yeah. I cut myself off before mentioning her birthday, as that seems to be a trigger for such fierce emotions within her. Lily gives Hanako's hand a gentle squeeze.
Is that alright by you, Hanako? It won't be anything lavish or overdone, just something small in my room.
Just in the school? Just us?
That's right, just the three of us. If you like, I could ask Kira to come as well.
Alright then. You're only going for a week?
1 week or two, yes. I promise it won't be any longer.
Alright then.
Most people would be upset about hearing a friend's family member falling ill and happy at having a party. But with Hanako, it seems that both our events are on the same level. Alright then. You look like you need a rest, Hanako, so it might be best if we all went back to our rooms for now.
You know that if you ever want anything, you can always talk to me or Hisao, right?
Lily's voice is pensive, an unusual edge for someone as confident in herself as she is.
I understand. Thank you, Lily. And Isaac.
Well then, good night, Hanako.
Night.
I let out a long breath after the door closes behind us. It feels a little like I've been deep underwater, and only now I've been able to come up for air. Lily doesn't seem to be doing well either. She looks pale and drawn. Are you alright?
I'm just a little tired. It's been hectic recently.
Have you slept at all? A little tired sounds like an understatement given how you look.
I think I managed to get a couple more hours of sleep before class. I'll be okay.
I feel bad about pressing Lily right now. I think both of us are pretty tired from everything that's happened as well. I think you should get some rest. It's been a big day, and staying up isn't good for your complexion.
Thank you for your concern, Hisao. Good night, then.
Okay. Night, Lily. I leave Lily in the hallway as she opens the door to her room and begins to make my way inside. What? Begins to make my way to my
own. Okay.
As I walk down the quiet hallway, I can't get that image of Hanako out of my mind. Huddled and pitiable, lying helpless with tears on her cheeks. I begin to think that she was just a normal, if extremely shy person, but her problems run much deeper. Trying to take our relationship further than what we shared now, when she's so fragile and vulnerable, wouldn't be right. I don't need to be more than a friend in order to protect her, to try and stop anything like this ever happening again. The possibility of my feelings for her going beyond that doesn't matter anymore. Hanako is precious to me, and that's why I can't take advantage of her. But even so, there's still that sting I feel when I think about that. For now, I need to sleep. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be a better day.
What else was that quote from? Tomorrow will be a better
CD,
day.
It's actually kind of interesting because I saw most of the major CGs from Hanako's route before I actually played Hanako's route. But I really don't think that lessens the blow when you see them in game. When you actually see them in game.
Still can't get over the fact that meme is fucking Emmy. I've known about that meme I posted for like fucking 8 years.
Yep, that's Emmy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god.
The origins go much deeper.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's the tip of the iceberg, I guess.
Maybe a peek below the waves, only to see that there's like 3 more ice cubes below, or iceberg.
Ice
whatever.
cubes.
CD, you can't do that. You'll learn all of the twists before they come.
Oh?
Never look in the comments section of a
That
game
is like
soundtrack.
the most easy way
God,
that I
yeah,
get spoiled. I think I got some Amoy spoils.
That is
way.
quite literally the biggest rule of internet spoilers, is avoid the comment section of game soundtracks.
It's so hard.
But anyways, yeah, I'm
Exactly.
actually kind of glad someone else was narrating other than me for the scene, because yeah, that it's almost even worse if you know what's coming.
I am sorry, I am very incoherent.
No, you were fine. Okay, look,
Good.
I think if you compare yourself to me, you're passing with flying colors, my man.
We only
So,
noticed because you kept bringing it up yourself.
yeah, and it's good practice to like go back through things and whatnot.
Well,
So,
yes, but I'm just.
No
reading these
CD.
lines. I was telling you, like, this is not a professional environment. We're reading these lines as they come. Don't ever, like,
are
if we
sight
have to
reading this.
recite
Oh,
a
I
line 7 times.
I don't know about y'all. I put my heart and soul into these lines.
That's
I know,
not to say we
I
don't.
do as well. Like, when I say non-professional setting, I'm not saying don't try your hardest. I'm saying that, like, I don't know. If you
Don't
ever
judge
slip
yourself
up,
too
who cares?
harshly when you inevitably fuck it up.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I love what everyone does. Like, everyone's voices are awesome.
Caprice coming in clutch with the meat.
Cowboy works so well.
I don't know. I don't know if it works well, but it's definitely growing on me.
No, I don't know, man. I like it.
All right.
It's
wasn't the voice
goofy,
I
but it
expected.
manages to work as well.
So.
I'd love it if we could. I'd love it if this became big enough that we could if we could
Ooh.
make that the canonical voice.
I want. Yes, absolutely. I want to pose a suggestion to you guys. I guess while on stream, because why not pose it to CD as well? But I don't know if you guys have ever watched like Deltarune memes.
Of course, I've watched.
I need to just
Deltarune
put that
memes.
in. I think Leo more because I've probably sent them to him than anything
I've
else.
sent them to you before.
Oh, maybe you... Wait. Whatever.
God
yeah,
damn it.
actually, no, you may have shown them to me first. But there's this guy who went through and basically voice acted a whole bunch of Deltarune memes. We should do that with Katawa Shoujo.
We should do that with.
We should
Katawa
use our
Shoujo.
voices.
We could definitely do that.
And when people ask what Hanako's voice is for, they get no response.
You
Maybe we'll
watch
stream the next
streams.
chapter of Deltarune.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my god,
yeah.
that would be so fun.
We
Okay,
could
but
invent
fair warning,
voices, we
3
could
through
go
5
back
are
there.
releasing at the same time. And
it's-
I'm going to shut myself in a room and spend 3 weeks playing all of them in a row before I do anything else.
Yeah.
You don't want to see him on stream with us?
No. It would be
after.
too slow.
If
That's
he
What
went,
you
like,
could do, we could
if
start
we-
it on stream and then Kane can lock himself in a room.
or we could just do them all like consecutively.
Let me rephrase. By the time we start recording for Deltarune Chapter 3 through 5, I will have already completed Deltarune Chapter 3 through 5 twice.
Very true.
All right,
Honestly,
I'll give you
yeah.
that.
Sounds about right.
By the way,
I wish I could do that.
I love your Beavis and Butthead meme.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, where?
surprisingly fitting.
Look in Jen, I uploaded him to my phone.
Here, like he's
I don't know what that was from, but that's hilarious.
I just uploaded it while we were waiting
We
on
should
someone.
really be sending these memes in the Leo's Den
Yeah, the
server
guns
when
were
we're
really
on
good.
stream instead of
That way people
Empire.
can
Oh
understand.
shit, you're right, you're all it.
We always forget because.
Well, I mean, we do
always
most of our
send them in
communication
general.
through the Empire's Discord. But yeah, there's Hanako's route.
Yeah, I'm. No,
Like
good stuff.
it really and I
I finally watched
as
it.
CD
Yeah, we'll do
mentioned
it.
earlier, I don't want to get too deep into these sorts of things. It really does sort of feel authentic how they portray the Hanako's panic attack, at least to me.
Yeah, no, it was.
It's not like she suddenly starts screaming or anything.
Right.
No, that was. I mean, that was. I sure did feel when that was going on. So I think they did a good job.
No, I knew it was coming, and it just kept getting
Secondary
worse, and I
panic
was
attack.
like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad that someone else is narrating right now." Ooh,
I'm
alright.
assuming we can discuss this, Leo. You'll have to not, but I'm assuming there's something to do with Hanako's past and her birthday.
I am going to withhold comments from anything regarding
I just
Hanako's
told you
past.
to do that.
We say the word birthday and she freezes up. I think it's connecting A to B is not hard.
Is it your
Yeah,
birthday, Hanako? She just explodes.
Kaboom! Implodes into a black hole.
Hanako bomb.
Anyway, I need to get going.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
I will
Marak,
be
you
a
got
bit more
Marak.
awake.
Go get you some sleep.
I will be a bit more awake next time. But
Don't worry
Wait,
about it.
stuff.
but
I'll talk
hold
to you
on,
later. I mean, I'm
hold
half
on, hold
tired
on, hold
all
on,
the
hold
time.
on, hold on.
okay.
I hate to be like this, but can I stop the stream real quick and then say
Sure.
one more thing to you guys before we head off?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you so much, guys. I
Katawa
will see you in
Shoujo.
the next stream, which will probably be Katawa Shoujo and not something else because I can't do other streams to save my life right now. Ciao.
Hey, sounds like me.